That's right, everybody. We coming to you live and in charge, like we doing the dang thing, and we bite people's lips, causing pain. What's up, everybody? I'm Appalachian American. With me, as always, is my boy, Tommy Gunn.
How's it going, everybody?
That's not the intro you promised.
I heard that Twisted Tea thinks it's tough. I don't think it is. And that didn't work out like I planned.
I knew it wasn't going to. What is up, my man? Did you make a mess?
I made a hell of a mess. I'll be right back.
I hear Chris in the background laughing.
She is.
Oh, my God. No. Keep it on. Keep it on.
I got to wipe my screen. It's soaked.
The best part about it is we got it on camera.
Oh.
You are live in front of a studio audience of 0.
So much better.
What?
My wife said it was so much better seeing that in person.
I bet it was, man. That's not fair.
Dude.
That's not fair that we get to miss it.
I'm sure it will happen next time too.
I'll try it again next time. Maybe a little further from my computer.
Man, oh man.
I had it last time.
Sure.
Like, it did it in the living room. It worked just fine. This time it exploded.
That man joining us, SuperFan Adam Shawhan.
Hello, everybody. Yeah,
Hello.
the phone was not wanting to stay connected, so I had to hurry up and run in the house. That's a long run.
Oh, my Lord.
Good thing we never said that we were professional, right?
Right.
Just mostly professional.
Let's take it back.
I was messaging with Tommy earlier today, and we're live, so I don't care. I'll share it. But I told him I think I'm going to have to get me some men's rooms vinyls made up for my car.
You ready for this?
I already get that.
Oh, yeah.
And that didn't work out like I planned. How's it going, everybody?
That didn't work out like I planned. Oh.
I heard that Twisted Tea thinks it's tough. I don't think it is. And that didn't work out like I planned. It broke at the bottom. Usually you can rip
What is up, my man? Did you make a mess? Dude, that was great. That was the piece de resistance.
You could just put that on loop.
Right. Oh, goodness. Hey, everybody, get over here and like our video, man. Like, what the heck, really? There's 0 likes.
What? 0 likes?
Yeah, man.
That's
crap.
not good. Man, I know I'm running behind, but damn. I figured at least Lape would have liked it.
Well, that's Lape's not even here.
Yeah, I know. But
he's a weenie.
It happens.
All right, I got to know. How many of y'all watched The Winter Soldier?
Not me.
Just me.
I don't care. Please spoil it because I have 0 interest in it. I mean,
they said America was terrible.
What a crap show, dude.
Yeah. And poor Tommy hadn't even got through it all the way yet. So
no, I didn't finish it yet.
There we go. Yeah, he's got a bit to get through still. It felt really long, giggity. It just, they put so much in, giggity, that it just made the episode feel super, super duper long. And there were some good parts in it and whatnot, but we'll see what happens. I'm enjoying people that are making it more woke than it really could be. Like there's bits with the serum where they're talking about the serum, how it enhances how you already are, but they're like, oh, if you take the serum, then you become a Nazi, and you end up cutting off somebody's head. And it's like, no, that's not there, man. You're putting that there in your own head. So it is what it is. overall, I didn't care about this series either, just like I didn't care about the WandaVision, but I still ended up liking it. And same with this one. It's been pretty good. The opening fight scene, trust me, Seth, if you were going to watch anything, I would say turn on this latest episode and watch the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe. It's a great fight scene. Like, I think you would enjoy the fight scene. And then you don't have to watch anymore.
Huh. Well, see,
It's a good fight scene, bro.
I watched the first episode 3 times. Never once could I get invested in it.
Well, we won't hold it against you. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point, man. It's the men's room. We all like different stuff. I mean, prior to the show, as you guys know, I've been wrenching on a car. So, but hey, it is what it is. We do manly things on the men's room.
Dude, my daughter got a car. It's dope.
I saw that. I was laughing. She got her car, her baby brother.
Pink Lamborghini.
Now I just want to know, where's the matching one for you?
I wish.
So
Dude, this car's like the size of a Power Wheels, but it doesn't have. It's got a remote controller. So like, she's not yet able to like drive. She doesn't understand the concept yet, but she jumps in that thing, and I just drive her around.
Well, that's RC car to the max right there, bro.
I stood on my patio and drove over to my uncle's house.
Nice.
Like, dude, it's got a big range.
That's good. That's okay. Yeah. I'm happy that she enjoyed the wiener dog that I sent her.
Right, dude, she loves that little thing.
So, I mean, there's always the inside joke in there. I gave your daughter her first wiener dog. Giggity. But no, I had to, man. When she,
I don't think my eyes can roll that big.
I know. When she would come on pre-show and she'd be like, puppy, puppy, puppy. And I had Olive down here with me, which was kind of blonde. And then I saw that, your old dog was also kind of more the golden color. I was like, yeah, I got to do this. So it was just fitting.
Looked just like my old miniature dachshund.
Mm-hmm. I saw a picture that was on your Facebook that it showed you as a little kid with it, and I'm like, yeah, I did the right thing. So when you told me she took it over to Ma's house, I was like, yeah.
Oh, my mom was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Well, it was her birthday, and it did get there a day late, but at least it got there. I'm still waiting on my Black Rifle coffee. Apparently it's in Chicago, which is funny because I'm in Indiana and it came from Tennessee, which means it went past my state to go to Chicago for me to still not have it.
Uh-oh.
So I guess it'll be here tomorrow.
I like Black Rifle coffee pretty good.
I got the dark roast and the medium roast, and they had a grenade coffee mug that I was like, I was hoping it'd get here for like coffee and gaming in the morning, so I'd be sitting here with a grenaded, Black Rifle cup, and it didn't quite work out the way I planned, but oh well. It's true. It's true. It's damn true. The U.S. Postal Service are a bunch of dumbasses.
Well, I've only had the store brand Black Rifle coffee. Like, it's the ones you can buy in the store. It's already made in the can.
That's some of the ones that you get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was ones you brew yourself.
Well, I mean, it's still coffee. I got whole beans so I can grind them up and go that route with it. But I will actually pull it up here on the computer, maybe, and see if I can't find what I got, because I just ordered 2 bags of coffee to try because I've never had it. I know I've seen it in the stores, but I was like, well, I'll go ahead and try this. I want that cup. And it was cheaper to buy the cup and the coffee than just the cup by itself. I got free shipping, I think, when I bought the coffee with the cup, where if I would have bought the cup, I'd have had to pay for the coffee, and then it would have cost more than what I paid. Oh, well.
No sleepy
Hey, there's you, man.
Hey.
What's up, Blake?
Nothing.
What's the matter with you?
Not feeling well today. I don't know.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I feel hot and run down. I don't know. I took a nap about 5:45 for about 20 minutes and felt better for a while, and now I just feel Ready to go to bed.
I heard there's this thing floating around right now called COVID. You might,
Yeah, well, I think it's been over a year since I had it. I'm pretty certain I had it before the whole mess began.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. I hated being in a hospital this past week, and everybody and their brother was like, "You got to wear your mask," and I'm like, "Don't work."
Oh yeah. I was at that hospital a week before Seth was to see my dad, and I asked the nurse. I was like, "So how busy is that COVID floor?" She goes, "We have 4 people in there, and the rest is a
Huh.
ghost."
I saw earlier today, I guess it was earlier this afternoon, I saw someone, I guess it was a retweet of a Twitter video, but it was some hospitals in Germany, everyone dancing around. And I mean, they even got on the helipad on the roof and had a drone do a flyby with them dancing. And I'm like, and the internal hospital stuff looked empty. It looked absolutely
That's
empty.
because they're too busy making TikTok videos.
Yeah, I'm like, and this was like a 6-minute video. I was like, this took some serious effort. I mean, if they're even halfway busy and having to cover for each other, there's no way they have that kind of time. No way. So, yeah, the BS continues, that's for sure. Where'd Adam go to?
I think he's having connection issues.
Oh,
So I'm watching this dude. His YouTube channel is called Whistle and Diesel. Have any of y'all heard of him?
nope.
Mm-mm.
He's right now trying to make a silo fall on his farm by shooting it with a BMG 50 cal like as many times as necessary.
Gee whiz, that's a lot of money.
Yep. He's just unloading this BMG on it, trying to make the silo fall.
I mean, how much are 50 caliber bullets?
A lot. I don't know right offhand.
I mean,
Good God, he just emptied a mag.
I mean, 9 mils around here are like up to almost 80 cents a piece. A pack of 50 is almost $40 down these days.
Yeah, something that used to be like $12.
Yeah. Well, heck, I was just back in January. I bought some for $15.80. This guy's shooting a 50 caliber.
That's an AR.
Hey, so. Well, how long ago was this? Well, you said he was shooting a 50 caliber.
That's a 50 cal.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
It's gonna crush his truck, or is that the point?
That's the point.
Honestly, State Farm, I don't know how that happened.
Dude, that's so awesome.
I'm surprised that YouTube lets him even have a video up with shooting guns.
True.
Dude, that's so cool.
I mean, there's some channels that, well, I think they're still up, but they're fully demonetized. There were some channels I was watching last summer, different things, and I was looking at getting something, trying to decide. So,
That's wild.
but one of them I was watching, the guy said, "Yeah, I said we've been fully demonetized from YouTube." So,
Gotta love the YouTube, man.
yeah. So, what are you guys chatting about tonight?
Not much. Just watch. Oh, dude, hang on just a second. Let me show you something. This is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Because I wasn't watching the
here's-
stream before I got on, so I didn't know what it was.
You was or wasn't?
Was not.
He
so I
was
don't know.
not. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Yeah. And then there's the coffees.
So what is this?
Black Rifle Coffee.
Oh, yeah. I disowned them a long time ago.
Wow.
I like the coffee mug, so I got
Because
it for the coffee
they-
and gaming. And yeah, it was supposed to be here, but now it's pushed back because it's sitting in Chicago.
They did something last year where there was a conservative guy that they were like, so they pulled their, I forget exactly what happened, but they pulled their sponsorship from somebody that you would have think that they would have supported wholeheartedly.
Well, I mean, it is a veteran-ran company, so I mean, kind of hard telling.
Yeah. No, it was some kind of BLM thing, and they pulled their sponsorship from it. I mean, I don't drink coffee. I mean, they just started sponsoring Dave Rubin's show, too, a little bit, channel a little bit.
All right, hey, wait, shoot. Justin might be joining us, but he's not. We can. All right, check this out. This was our intro. And in charge, like we're doing the dang thing, and we bite people's lips, causing pain. What's up, everybody? I'm Appalachian American. With me, as always, is my boy, Atomic Gun.
How's it going, everybody?
That's not the intro you promised.
I heard that Twisted Tea thinks it's tough. I don't think it is. And that didn't work out like I planned.
I knew it wasn't going to. What is up, my man? Did you make a mess?
I made a hell of a mess. I'll be right back.
I hear Chris in the background laughing.
She is.
Well, at least he got his wife to laugh.
Oh yeah.
I noticed Tommy had changed his shirt.
Yeah.
What were you trying to do?
Earlier, I ripped the top off the drink. And I was like, I'm going to do that for the Twisted Tea. But some reason, the Twisted Tea just exploded in my hand.
I think it was that smack talking you were doing. Twisted Tea just kicked your ass.
Tommy said, I'm gonna rip the lid off. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm gonna rip the lid off. I was like, how? Oh, I'm gonna grab it right here and I'm gonna pull up. I said, you're gonna do what now?
I did it earlier. I can't even grab the can. Hold on. I'll go grab the can.
Get the can. Put your camera off so we don't see that you're not wearing any pants.
Right. I wouldn't be worried about the pants. It's whether or not he's got underoos on underneath.
All right. I ripped the top off of this one.
That looks cut.
No, look. It's not sharp. That's where it ended up at, and I tore it.
You ripped the pressed piece on the top, right? Is that what you're talking about?
I went like that and ripped it
But
up.
you grabbed the way that you grabbed a hold of it was like totally wrong.
Yeah, you grabbed the tab and pulled it.
Oh. Well, I did practice before I tried it.
Yeah, well.
But you practice with a Pepsi can, not a different, tea can. So that could be it too.
Yeah,
Was
Coke
that
can is
Pepsi
thicker too.
or a Bud Light can?
That was Pepsi.
Oh,
Yeah.
There ain't no Coke in my house.
I know, but those cans are thicker too.
I don't care. It's funny, man. We need to play that like every time. We got to have videos of Tommy, the shit he's done.
I like Coke. I don't want to be white. I'm gonna be less white real quick. Hold up. Let me ask you a question real quick. I'm be less white.
Yep. I'm still waiting on you to ask me that question.
I got a Tree Fitty credit score.
Tree Fitty?
Hey, Tree Fitty.
Hey, what you drinking? You got your purple drink?
No, I got me some Coke. I ain't trying to be white.
He's got Mad Dog 2020. That's what he's
Got some purple drink with your Coke, some watermelon and chicken.
I got Hoopty. I got Hoopty. It's up in the garage right now. It ain't got no. It ain't running right.
Well, that's okay. I got the Popeyes chicken right here, so we're good.
Give me some of my chicken.
There you go. Take that chicken. Take it.
Is that the
There you
chicken
go.
sandwich?
Good old
I can't eat
Popeyes
Popeyes
chicken
chicken.
sandwich.
I mean, if I eat Popeye's chicken, it make me doo-doo all day.
TMI there, dude.
I don't have that problem,
Let me tell
man.
you how many dirty diapers I've dealt with today.
All of them.
A lot.
You're nicer than me.
So your second child is a boy? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
So he was 8 what?
Huh?
I was sort of trying to follow in the conversation on Facebook Messenger there, but I
Yeah, it was like 8 pounds, 9 ounces or
was
something.
lost in translation.
He was teeny tiny.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I was
so
baby.
I'm used to Lucy being a 10-pound baby.
That's really big.
So with him being 8, 9, and then he lost a little bit of weight, so he was down like 7.
Oh, yeah.
He was 7'4" last night before when we got discharged from the hospital. So
Yeah, I think average is like 6 or 7 pounds, something like that.
did y'all see our thumbnail for tonight?
Yes, I did.
Why do I have 3?
Wait,
I don't know.
why
You
did
just
bro
did.
give me the?
Is that Jeff?
Yeah. I ran out of hands.
Okay, so we got LMP and
Tap and die.
Tap and Die, yeah.
Those are definitely your kids.
Well, Jeff's as tall as I am, but the other two, I don't know what happened.
Well, they
Oh,
quit
Adam,
growing height wise and they went width wise instead.
Yeah, I guess.
Why does my kid have a bigger head than I do?
I don't know.
So
I
who's
don't
in
know.
that? Who's in your cart there, Seth?
Who does it look like?
I don't know. Let's see
Looks
if
like a
I
younger version of you.
can I make this a full screen? Let's see.
You should be able to.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm full screen, so I have no
That's
idea
as
who
full
that
as I can make it. Oh wait, there you go.
That doesn't help. I still don't know who it looks like. Augs for president. I don't know.
It's me
Oh, it is you? Okay.
from my 11th grade yearbook picture.
11th grade. Gee whiz. That's just a couple years ago, right?
0506.
Some people don't remember what you look like without a beard.
Right?
So you graduated in 06? Or no,
05, 07.
07. Okay.
Who'd you show it to, Tommy?
What?
You said that, but did you show it to somebody?
No.
Oh.
No.
I just think it's funny I had to disguise LMP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You
So
guys never let me live that down.
My wife heard about the coffee cups that look like grenades, and
Mhm.
she got me the green one just now.
Nice. Yeah, that's the one I got. I thought the green ones looked kick ass, bro. I was like, oh, I got to get this.
Yeah.
And you told me the coffee was good. So I was like, okay, cool. I don't know if the ones I got, if you tried those or not, but I don't care. I'm ready for some new coffee.
Wrong button.
Wrong button. I hate when that happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a Black Rifle coffee mug that I used on a couple versions of Coffee and Gaming.
Now, they used to sponsor Louder with Crowder for a while, didn't they?
Yeah.
I just know, Tommy, you were the first one to mention the coffee and said it was pretty good. So I was like, all right. When I saw that cup, I was like, I want that cup. And I could not find it for a decent price just buying the cup. So I went ahead and got, like I said, the coffee and the cup.
Is that the one?
No, the one I got's more circle.
Yeah, it's more rounded.
Yeah, like that one.
Okay.
They have it in green and black. I like the green better myself.
Yeah.
That's the one I got.
I thought about getting that one too. I like that one. I seen it that you had it, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a pretty." Because they had an actual coffee too, as well. The bag had that on it.
Oh, I like that metal one.
That one?
Yeah.
I liked. I got the shirt that matched that one.
Oh.
I was gonna get a hat, but I didn't have one to fit my fat head.
I'm sorry, but the messenger message that you sent where you're talking about having to go buy infant clothes. I was expecting this big ass baby. I didn't know big ass baby. Oh, that had me dying.
Yes, indeed.
I actually played that for my wife because I told her about it, and then I played it for her. I go, it's better when he does it.
Oh, dude, it just drove me nuts because like we were all expecting a big baby, and they were like, oh, he's like almost 9 pounds, like yada yada yada. We were like, all right, cool. He probably is gonna. When I brought my daughter home, she was in a 0 to 3, and it looked like she was about to bust out of the seams.
Well, that's what happens when it happens when the Wiener King stops by. How's your wife and my baby? Giggity. But no, he looks really good. Mama's doing well, as I've seen. So I'm happy for you, man. It's cool. It's really cool. I was texting you beforehand how excited I was for you to have your baby, your second baby.
Cool.
Before you know it, we'll have to create a Babies R Us. Since they closed them all. Bastards.
Cool.
Yeah, wasn't that
Justin's gonna jump in.
Mitt Romney's doing?
Toys R Us is gone. Kids R Us is gone. Who knows?
Yeah, there was something about with the way when they restructured. There was something about it. I don't know. Someone was saying
Mitt Romney's getting sand out of his vagina. What?
Yeah.
Tommy, you're muted.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, there we go.
But it's funny when he talks and he's muted and he doesn't realize he's muted because, oh, man, you're muted.
I'm talking to my boy.
Cool.
He came in the room and I was like, he's trying to talk. I'm like, shh. What'd you do?
Nothing.
You have such changing my name.
Oh.
No, thank you. No, why do you keep going back to that?
Because I know what the name means now.
I don't give a crap. That's your name, and if you change it, you're fired.
Giggity.
Tom, it's gun. Dang it. Stupid why.
Stop it. Damn it. At the end, you should put X porn star.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Want to be porn star? But no, it's. I hope you enjoyed the gym video, by the way. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Not the first time. Hashtag yet. I don't think he's got it yet.
I haven't checked. It's only I can only imagine what I'll put.
I put nothing. I had nothing to do with it. I just had an idea, and Seth ran with it. Mm-hmm.
Does he still notice or no?
No.
No, not
What are you doing, Thomas?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm trying to put a video on here I want everybody to see.
Just send it to me and I'll post it.
Hold on, I got it as a layover. It's just loading.
Of course. A layover. You're like the
Just like
king
my
of layovers.
coffee. It's got a layover.
This is how I picture Endgame should have ended.
What'd you do?
Ended, not in game. All right, are you ready to meet Thomas the Stank Engine?
You gotta share it, yeah.
Do it now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. Right now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my foot and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my foot, my crack. My neck, my back, lick my foot, my crack. First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you roll your tongue from the to the front. Then suck it all till I shake and come, nigga. Make sure I keep busting up.
No, never mind. That everybody was Thomas the Stank Engine.
Whoopsie.
Aren't you glad you joined, Justin?
What the hell did I just walk into?
So we've been making fun of Tommy's name. If you look on the StreamYard thing, yeah.
Tommy Gunn, not the porn star hashtag yet. Hey, I believe in you. I want your dreams to come true.
So, context. Tommy, he's been Tommy Gunn since we started doing the podcast. But he didn't realize that Tommy Gunn was a porn star.
Ah.
Wow.
And so finally, I broke down and told him, hey, did you know that your name is the same name as a porn star name? And I knew about it, but just thought it was funny.
Yeah, because you the one that picked the name for me. I was like, what's a good
I
name
know.
for Tommy Guy?
How long have you had this nickname?
Just since we started doing the podcast.
Oh, okay. I was like, man,
He kept trying to come up with nicknames, and I was like,
messed up.
he was like, nothing works. And I was like, bro, like, let's just do Tommy Gunn.
You could just go with what people. My nickname for most people, it's dumbass. So go that route. Pretty generic. I mean, like I don't even. It's amazing. I don't even have to tell people my nickname. I meet them, and they just instantly somehow know my nickname. It's amazing.
Red Foreman loved you.
Oh yeah. So what y'all been up to? I usually have band practice on Friday nights, so it's been a while since I've been on. How's everybody been?
It's been hectic for
tired.
me. I bet you are.
Congratulations on the new child, Seth.
Thank you. Yeah. I now have 2 babies.
Glad to see the old yogurt cannon still working.
Hey-o.
I'm sorry, that was probably a little bit too. My bad.
No, you're in the men's room. You're safe, man. I mean, I was going to say it's proof that he does more than play video games.
Yeah, so this is a safe space for me to be extremely un-PC.
Yeah.
We just played Thomas's Stank Engine, so I think you'll be all right.
I heard a lot of N-bombs in that. In today's political climate, I felt instantly uncomfortable when I got into this room.
I was trying to censor it.
Who's old dude?
Huh?
Who's old dude?
It's late.
Oh, did he fall asleep again?
Probably.
We don't hear screaming yet, so we know he's home alone.
Oh, I love Brian. He's a great guy.
I am not home alone. I'm the one that asked you. I'm glad you were joined.
I know. I thought I heard your voice, but then you disappeared. Have you brewed any new good beers lately?
No. Now the dogs are coming down, wrestling.
I dare you just to yell at the top of your voice, "Who let the dogs out?"
I think my wife just let him in. No, my son wants to make a hard root beer, so I've actually got a couple recipes. So we're gonna do some experimenting.
That's awesome, man. I love root beer and beer. Combine the two, it just sounds amazing.
So, but yeah, I do need to make some beer. I just trying to find the time. I finally got my taxes done, so that'll be helpful.
I hate taxes. I love getting taxes back. I just hate doing them and paying them. You know.
The amount I get back goes down every year. Sometimes 1 year it was like I got a refund from, I think it was the state, but I owed the federal. I don't know. It was like $15 different,
Oh man, I just had, so in my town, I have to pay town and county taxes. It's total BS. But so my town taxes for my property, because my mortgage takes care of my taxes, I still had I think it was 23 cents left over. So I've not paid this 23 cents for the last 6 years, and it got up to a whopping $1.50. They sent me a thing in the mail basically saying you've got to pay this. And I thought it said if I don't pay it, it'll go up to 31 something. So I go over there and they're like, no, you have to pay 31 something. I was like, that's stupid. So the old lady walks away and the young girl's like, give me $1. We'll call it even at $1. I was like, I saw a wedding band on her hand. I was like, if you weren't married and I didn't have a girlfriend, I would propose to you right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised they didn't slap some goofy fee. It's like, you make a 6-cent error. We have an income tax here in Ohio, and if they think that your taxes aren't, you're being not negligent. Basically you're trying to get away with something
shady.
It's a $500 minimum penalty, no matter what. That gets added on.
How dare you try to keep more of the money that you worked for?
Yeah.
Well, here's an idea, right? Because our taxes here include schools, but schools have been closed. So why the fuck am I giving you tax money for schools that ain't even open? I want a refund.
True.
Yeah. That's what our property taxes are for. There's some school districts do also have an income tax in Ohio, but ours are property taxes.
Speaking of Ohio, don't forget, you better make a beer in September when we all come to Ohio.
No, we're still going to be closed. I think you can just count that out. I don't think Horror Hound. I think they're going to be completely bankrupt, and there's never going to be another Horror Hound.
Hey, even if Horror Hound doesn't happen, as I have said, we should all still meet up and do it anyway.
Yeah. Oh no,
There's got to be more shit to do in Ohio than just Horror Hound.
Yeah, I was. Well, no, nothing will be open. But
you really think we're going to shut down again? I'm kind of iffy on it.
Oh, we haven't opened.
See, we are. I guess you just need to come over and hang out with me in Indiana.
Well, I thought you said that the governor he retracted his mask thing.
So basically, he said it's up to the businesses. He turned into a big old pussy. And it's like, oh, well, it's up to the businesses. It's up to the mayors. So Elkhart, South Bend, all those fuckers are like, oh, yeah, we're redoing it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm still not wearing it. So,
yeah, what do you do with townships and places that aren't incorporated? Well, I guess they're just, yeah, whatever. No, I mean, we still have limited capacity. I don't know what they're going to do for baseball. When does that started now?
Yes. Well, I mean, Major League has.
Yeah. I mean, I don't follow it anymore. In the last couple of years, well, last year, the opening day parade was pretty bad. So. Yeah, baseball has started. I actually made it my goal to install my TV on I have a little carport, and I always said I wanted a TV out there to watch ball.
I just seen that picture.
Oh yeah, I mean it's funny too. If y'all ever watched The Office, the episode where Michael has the little bitty plasma screen and he's so proud of it, like this is I have a giant brick wall and it's a 32-inch TV, but it looks so tiny. And I feel like when somebody comes over and they're like, "Oh, you got a TV? That's cool." It's like you're just being nice. It's so small.
Oh, look at your little TV.
I've always wanted it to get bigger, but no, I'll
Rub
probably
it.
do it. It is nice though, man. Like I got home from the day, I had a good day at work. It was successful. I came home, cracked open a beer, and cut on The Walking Dead because there was no baseball game on. So I just watched The Walking Dead outside. Could have totally did it inside, but I felt cool.
Dude, I would love to have a TV outside. I would never get anything done though.
Yeah, I've got a friend coming to screen in our carport so that they can keep the mosquitoes and stuff out. He's supposed to start that next week, and I cannot wait.
That's so cool.
I mean, y'all all
Of course, that
can.
would be-
You're in Virginia. I was gonna say y'all could all come and we could just podcast from the carport in Virginia.
That'd be fun.
And I'm only 10 hours away, man.
That's not far. Hey, all are welcome. Actually, that's what I've been doing all night is working on my studio. I need to peel these crappy
I think it would be about
things
12
down.
hours for you, Adam.
Well, it's about 10 hours. From when I left
But
here
it'd be
to
12
the hotel
but
to
it'd be
here, it
12
was about
for
10
you.
hours.
But it would be 12 for you. Because it's
Because
2 for us.
Yeah, it's 2 hours for us.
There you go. Well, I just got to drive to your house and then make you drive to his house.
Well, yeah.
Seth, how far are you from me? About an hour?
I thought the last time we discussed this, it was about an hour and 45 to 2.
Yeah, that's true because I hike up that way a lot and it generally takes. I was out up in Stanton the other weekend hiking and that's a long little ride. But
Have you been to the Cascades?
yes,
That's a great hike.
I'll tell you the coolest hike in Virginia that I have found yet. I mean, I've got a book. Like I'm weird. I have like a little hiking journal, But the coolest one is St. Mary's Falls. If you ever want a cool trail, now what's great about it is there's next to no elevation, so you don't really get winded. But it's still like there's some parts where you have to like kind of scale cliff faces and you have to cross the river 5 times. I mean, it's strenuous, but man, you feel accomplished and it's beautiful. The whole hike, just gorgeous.
The only thing that gets me about the Cascades, you keep hearing about people passing away. Know your limits. Either go the easy path or go the hard path.
Oh yeah.
They closed the hard path now.
Well, I did Crabtree Falls like 2-3 weekends ago, which is actually 30 minutes before St. Mary's. And this one's a lot more strenuous. It's like straight up, but it's a giant waterfall and you hike the water. You basically hike. So they've got a kill count of how many people have died on that. Like, I don't know how long it's been, but it's like you get to certain points and it's like 30 people have died. Please stay on trail. And apparently the day after I was there, it was on a hiking group I'm on. A woman had her dog there off the leash like a dumbass, and the dog accidentally fell off the waterfall and didn't make it.
Damn. Why would you?
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just don't see why people, if you're going to take your dog on a hike,
Put it on a leash.
on a leash. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very sad for the dog. I'm one of those, like, if somebody else died, I'd be like, oh, that's sad. But when the dog dies, I'm like, damn, why am I about to get emotional over a dog I don't know?
Because it was a stupid human with a stupid error. Like, I
Absolutely.
could not bring the clan at all because they are free range wiener dogs. Giggity. So like they don't do leashes and all that stuff, but they already think they can fly and they can't. So
Oh, yeah. My dog's skittish, so if somebody were to like get too close, he would like jet off right there. They almost pulled me off the side of Sharp Top one time.
So, it's 2 hours and 16 minutes just to your town.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
You'll have to make. I'm expanding my studio. You can't see it, but my 2 walls here, which are actually like soundproofed the right way, they are going to open up so I can have a couple guests in.
You going to do green screen?
No, I've got a lot of really cool stuff I want to put on this wall. I'm going to take these soundproofing pads because now the way I've got it is, all the soundproofing is on that side. So that's where the sound would bounce back from. So I'll just probably decorate that up to be like a cool little backdrop.
Oh, there you go.
Dang, it says I can just run 24 the whole way there.
24. I've never been
Yeah.
on 24.
Route 24.
Does that have like another name?
Yeah, hang on. It turns. Okay, I see where it does. It turns right there at Route 40.
I know where 40 is. Pretty sure I take 501 and then I hit 29 is how I get up there.
Straight stone road. Give me a route name, you idiot.
Well, it's probably not if you're going to talk to it like that.
God. Yeah, it's All right, I've zoomed in enough. Show me. Cody Road.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I know where Cody Road is. That'll bring you out in Athley. It's a dangerous road. You got to be careful if you drive that road. A lot of people wreck on that road.
You got to be careful on Seth's driveway.
51. You turn on Route 40. You take a left on Route 40 for like a hop and a jump, and then you turn up on another road, and it runs you right into Roanoke.
I thought you were going the other way at first, and I was like, please stop once you get towards the main highway. Please don't give people exact directions to my house.
I don't know where you live. I just put the town name.
Who are you? I don't know. I heard you on the men's room.
You sound like a butthole.
I just wanted to see if this was your real address, but now that I'm here, I might as well kill you.
48. 48 runs into 24. Okay, so it isn't. It just looked like it from here.
Yeah, it's a quaint little town.
Now, do you still go to the radio station you work at?
No, I do it all from home.
Do you ever miss it?
At times. I mean, I was in that building for 10 years. I was with the company for like 12, 13, 14. I lost count, but I was in that building for a full decade.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I might have been a little bit of an emotional guy when I left it. But, now where I work is 2 minutes away. I can't listen to any song all the way through before I get to work. So it's pretty nice.
Tommy, your sister says, "What's up, Tommy John?" I mean, we could just call you that name.
No.
Do you want to be called Tommy John?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Brian.
Brian says something that I don't understand. English, Brian.
Oh, the other Brian.
Brian TV. Call your cable company subscriber and ask for Brian TV.
Hey, Seth, guess what I did tonight?
What'd you do?
I not only got rid of that hunk of junk computer I had, but I now have a computer with 4 times the RAM, and I've got a direct internet line in. I'm not using my MacBook. I'm streaming straight from the new computer.
Yay!
We're not going
Finally,
to play
right?
baseball. No baseball. Baseball been very, very bad to me.
There's no crying in baseball.
Speak for
What
yourself.
year did you get?
MLB can.
What? I got the only thing is I've got a Scarlett box running into my Syntex vocal processor, and the thing that sucks is you can plug into the Syntex. I mean the Scarlett and hear yourself, but if you're listening to playback like y'all, I can hear you, but your volume's really low.
Oh.
Yeah, I could take it and plug it into my computer and hear you full volume, but then I wouldn't be able to hear myself and my levels.
Hey, OG.
I don't like hearing myself.
So if somebody says something and I don't reply, I'm not being a douche. I can't hear you.
That's a problem I have with these headphones. I can't hear myself talking.
You got that damn ear infection again, don't you?
I hate hearing myself, and my voice sounds awful. So I just don't.
So you decided to start a podcast. No, I think your voice sounds good, man. I don't think you sound bad at all. And this is somebody who's worked with voices for the last decade and a half.
You should put up that video of Tommy singing right now.
You have a video of Tommy singing?
Don't, dude. Come on, no.
Do it, Tommy. We love you.
It's happening.
We won't be laughing at you much. We'll be laughing with you.
You sent it to me on Messenger.
I can't show. Okay, I'll have to play it to where you guys can hear, but I can't show that because it's about our other podcast.
But still, it was funny. It's all right, Tommy. We love you. Mostly.
We're not laughing at you.
Was on the screen. And then I saw Seth pop up. I was like, fuck it. I'm halfway through the song. Didn't know he was recording though.
You should always just suspect that one of us assholes is always recording you. We're going to have the best of Tommy Gunn before you know it.
I love to have friends singing in the car and just to hit the power button for the stereo, just so when they're in the middle of it, it just stops, but they keep going. Especially with something like Panic at the Disco's, like I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, and it's hilarious because you have to sing really loud with that. And it's just like you hit it, and they're like, "I chimed in." What the hell, dude?
I don't even know what I was singing.
You know what I've had in my head?
You should have seen it in color.
Oh yeah,
God.
that's a good song.
It is a good song. It just got played to death.
It did.
But Jamie Johnson's a hell of an artist. I wish he would come out with something else.
Yeah, he's basically almost like a one-hit wonder.
I've been rocking the Moana soundtrack. My 2-year-old loves that shit.
It's crazy when you have kids, how their theme songs of their shows and movies and songs get stuck in your head.
And then you start to like them. Like,
yeah.
I'm at work singing this.
Through the day we lived, it looks like we were scared.
Oh my God.
It's
Worse than the time the raccoon got caught in the copy machine. Jesus Christ.
I warned y'all.
Tommy, I'm going to defend you here and say that the music was probably so loud that you couldn't hear your own level. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I had song blasting on the
ears bleeding yet?
I don't know, but my record button's hot.
that's awesome.
Seth did somewhere he did there was music in the background to us doing stuff. I don't know what app that was or whatever it was you did, because you did it to me and he did it to Tommy. And that was funny as shit too. I think Seth sometimes just has to have too much. Hey, Collector, have too much fun. My ears.
Someone needs to hit that with a crowbar.
My ears are bleeding.
With friends like these.
My soul is bleeding a little bit after that, but I appreciate you sharing with us.
He's on. Well, collector remembers.
And remember,
We
it's
ain't bringing
Tommy's
it up.
fault.
We ain't bringing it up. You got headphones in?
Nope.
Okay.
Tommy, will you do a live rendition for us?
No, hell no.
Please, Tommy.
I don't got the balls for that.
I wouldn't.
I believe in you.
Huh?
We can clip that audio.
Hey, you can send it to me. I can do all kinds of cool stuff to it. I can auto-tune it for you. I can slow it down, speed it up, chipmunk it, whatever you want.
Who was that country singer that got in all that trouble?
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I don't want to be a Morgan Wallen.
I mean, just don't go around saying the N-word a lot, and I think you'll be all right.
Don't be Paula Dean in it and all.
Like, he got in trouble once, and you think, okay, he's gonna be like calm down and behave himself. No, he went further. Because didn't he like kiss a girl when his wife was at home or girlfriend or something? And they
that I didn't hear about.
Yeah.
Fake news. CNN just planted it to get him out of. Did y'all see the thing where? And this ain't even to get political. I hate talking politics, but did you see where they had like that Veritas Radio sent that girl? I think she was on like Tinder or something, but she purposely matched with like some people that worked at CNN and went on like these dates with them and privately recorded, where they straight up, the guy said like their whole objective was to get Trump out of office for the last 4 years, and now they're about to shift their focus to climate change is what they're really going to push for the next year or two.
I did see that, and they got their Twitter accounts taken away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you speak against the overlords, boy, you are zapped. Like, look, Tommy thought about it, and they just took him away. They were like, no, it's because of his singing. Your singing violates the terms of our social networking site.
I disturbed the peace.
You tried, and at the end of the day, that's all that kind of matters.
Mm-hmm. You tried, and we're going to make fun of you just because we can.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be right back. I got daddy duty to take care of.
Daddy duty.
Oh.
Daddy
Wait.
doing a doo-doo. Oh,
Wait,
I love it.
I'm
Look at this. We got
confused. Like,
twins.
does he have daddy duties to take care of, or did he say daddy's got the duties?
I thought he said he's got a daddy doo-doo to do. So that's what I'm going with. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
Like the daddy's. I'm trying to find this on here. Okay, no. Okay.
Hey, Tommy, how's it feel to be the dick in the middle? Because you got a left nut and a right nut. So you got to be the dick in the middle.
So, oh no.
Well, I mean, I am the Wiener King, so it's all good.
I'm trying to get my.
So what you been up to? Justin?
Which one?
You.
Me? I've been working, man. I've been settling into my new job, and been enjoying it. It's good. I still get up at 4:30 in the morning and start my radio show and do that until like 8 or 9, and then go off and do my actual real full-time job. So it's a bit exhausting, but I enjoy it. Then I also somehow run a podcasting channel. I'm about to start bringing in co-hosts because JP is just so busy. Like, he works like third shift at a grocery store. So it gets hard. So he's going to continue to be on it, but I got to start finding some guest hosts. But yeah, how have y'all been?
Weird Wednesdays?
No, we didn't, because that's where our channel got nerfed and we've never recovered.
Oh, really?
We did one where JP compared the COVID outbreak to the AIDS epidemic. It wasn't even like a conspiracy or saying like the government did nothing. He just was comparing what it was like then to kind of like this, and the big scare and all of that. And YouTube put a warning on our video. And ever since then, our views, you can look at the views, they just tanked. And I mean, it could be.
I always look forward to.
It could be because we suck ass. I mean, that's always an option.
No, it's not that. Dude, look, I started off at the beginning of this bullshit calling it #AirAids. And I've gotten copyright strikes for absolutely nothing. My own personal channel's got 2 strikes on it for absolutely nothing. And of course, you try to appeal it and it goes rejected. So it's just ScrewTube.
Yeah,
ScrewTube,
YouTube really is.
YouTube, #fuck you, YouTube.
YouTube really is just run by some douchebags, man.
Yep.
Like, no freedom of expression whatsoever. Like,
No
God
freedom of
forbid you
speech.
have
None of that. That's a myth, my friend.
I mean,
I love The Walking Dead. Don't get me wrong. The problem is I don't have cable, so I'm about a season plus behind. I was talking with Seth about this because he kept telling me, he's like, you should start, why? And I'm like, dude, you guys are talking about the new shit I ain't seen. And I'm like, until it's on Netflix or I watch it on something else, I was like, I'm behind a bit. The last episode I saw was back when the heads were on pikes.
Well.
Oh, yeah, you are like a whole season behind.
Yes, sir.
The one
but
thing
I mean, you can't. Oh, go ahead, Tommy.
Oh, no, you're fine.
You can't see it, but over here I've got Walking Dead comics on the wall. I've got Michonne's sword up there that's numbered and signed and all that stuff. So I mean, yeah, I am a fan. I have Ethan Van Sciver's cover for The Walking Dead that he did a different cover for and whatnot way back in the day. So, and I love the series. I was watching it all the time when I had cable. I mean, I just couldn't afford the cable anymore because being disabled is about a bitch. But and on disability. But I was watching it on Netflix and I got caught up. And of course, now I'm behind. So, but yeah, one of these days, maybe I'll buy that AMC app so I can get all caught up and not have to wait on Netflix.
Oh, you should, man. Then you can join us on the podcast. Who signed Michonne's sword?
It's got her. She did.
Denai Guerrera did.
It's one of the signature swords that she did that they released on the Walking Dead store.
That is so rad, man. I am so jealous of that. I've got a badass Lucille that Seth and Tommy made for me that I absolutely love. But
man. And then I do have by Robert Kirkman signed was when they redid the #1 issue at whatever anniversary it was. I have one of those signed with a certificate of authenticity as well. I've sent a lot of the pictures to Seth because it's all Lape's fault that I met Seth because back when it was the Fancast days and whatnot, Seth would be in there and whatnot. And then once they started doing this, they were having a DC Comics conversation, and I had just done a stream with my my sister from another mister and Chef Carolyn. No, we're not related. But we had done a stream, and then these guys were talking stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna like jack your comment section, or could you please just let me come on for like 5 minutes and I'll bounce. Like I'm not a glory whore. I just want to say what I got to say because it'd be so much easier than my blind ass typing on a keyboard. And you're not gonna understand it because I can't see half of what I'm writing. So you let me pop in, and then I've been a part of the stream ever since. But yeah, I love The Walking Dead, man. I like watching it in black and white too when they would do those episodes in black and white on AMC.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so I got to bring this up. One thing I think is BS. So, do y'all all have HBO Max?
Yep.
Yes.
So, did y'all see where they made Justice League in black and white?
Black and white. Yes.
Huh.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm not
called
sitting through
Heroes
it
in
again.
Gray.
I need to. I've watched some of the Snyder Cut, man. I need to buckle down and finish it. It was good what I'd seen. I mean, I could definitely see the improvements.
It's to me, it kind of flip flop. Some parts I like, some parts I was like, you changed the song. I didn't know the songs changed the movie so much.
Oh man, that's why I've always I have a whole playlist of music scores, like not even necessarily just songs, but instrumentals from different shows and movies, and it's such a big part of it. Like so many scenes that were sad, you could probably go back and rewatch with no music, and it would probably not hit you anywhere as hard as it does with that soft piano, or
That's the only issue. Well, that's one of the main issues I have with Snyder Cut. He changed the songs to almost every single clip, and it doesn't mix with it.
See, that's my thing. Like I write, of course, I've never published anything, but I write, and when I write, what I'll do is I'll find a song that I feel like kind of really reflects the mood of what I'm going for, and then this particular part. And like, even though it was going nowhere, I had kept a thing I would, if I ever published it, I would put in the back where it's like, writing this, I was listening to this, writing this, I was listening to this. And, then you can go back and listen to the song and kind of get the mood, and it might even change the way you read that section. But
there were parts of the Snyder Cut I like the hot dog part with the Flash. They made the Flash less of a douchebag. But to me, it felt more like it's a Cyborg movie mixed with Justice League, mixed with this and a little bit of that. Gun to my head, I'd rather watch the 2-hour version because, one, it's only 2 hours and it really flowed well. There were Tommy and I have talked about this a couple different times too. There are bits in the Snyder Cut that are really, really good, but then there's shit they took out that they should have left in there in the first place. Like the whole bit with Batman and Superman where, he's like, I'm going to make you bleed. The world doesn't need you. Like they clip half of that shit out. I'm like, wait, because I suffered through, I watched the original, then the Snyder Cut, then I watched the original again, then I watched the Snyder Cut again with my boys from the UK, just in time to catch up with Seth as he was watching it.
So you're pretty well versed in both versions.
And my personal opinion was that the animated version was way better than either cut, but there's bits I like about both of them, but at the end of the day, the part that bothered me the most is it doesn't matter. Like, they're not going to continue the storyline on. Like, I want Bruce Wayne's nightmare that we see from Batman versus Superman tied into this movie. That's the movie I want to see because it reminds me of the Injustice game.
Oh, yeah.
Not 100%, but still a little bit, where the world's gone to shit. And I just don't think we'll ever get it. I mean, granted, we've got the comics and the games and all that kind of stuff, but to see that, minute and a half, 2 minutes, however long it is, in the Batman versus Superman, man, that was epic. And I mean, that kind of was like one of the better parts of the movie, other than, Batman trying to run Superman over with the car, with the Batmobile. Loved it. And then that little bit where he goes to save Martha, Clark's mom, and you get the hardcore Dark Knight, like Frank Miller wrote, version of Batman. Oh man, like those are some of the best parts of that entire Batman versus Superman. In my opinion, of course. But yeah, I mean, I like the fact that he did I think it's in Justice in Gray, and I watched a little bit of it, and it was just really crazy to see. Like the Flash is awesome in the Gray version. Like you just see him sparkling up and shit, and you see Wonder Woman's ropes just a glowing, and it's all in black and white. But I mean, I started off with a black and white TV, so I've been there, done that. So.
Yeah, I just wish they would kill Ezra Miller's Flash off. He takes me out of it, man. Like I think that the DC watched Civil War when it came out, and we're like, oh shit! Now Marvel's got a quirky teenager. Only Marvel did it right, and Tom Holland is awesome, I think, as Peter Parker, and really for me nails every aspect. Like I thought Tobey Maguire was a great. What was it? Tobey Maguire was a better Peter Parker, whereas Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man. However, I still don't like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man movie, but I think Tom Holland's a good blend. But they were like, oh, crap, they have a quirky teenager. Now we got to have one. Who's that going to be? Let's take the Flash, who Barry Allen is goofy sometimes, but I mean, he's a pretty serious and kind of mopey dude in the comics. He is always like, why me? The Speed Force. Everybody I love's in danger. Oh, Mom, I want to go back in time and save. But
they made him weak. He was... From what I remember from the cartoons, he wasn't monster big, but he wasn't tiny. He
was a cut dude. Well, and what really made me mad about the Justice League, I'm big, like Flash is my favorite in the DC heroes, always has been since I was a kid. I actually grew up thinking Wally West was the Flash because, you know, Barry Allen was dead for so long. And,
right.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, what made me mad is in the recent comics, they, like within the last couple years, they completely got rid of is Superman as fast as the Flash? Like, you know, there's this thing where Barry and Wally, they're running around the world, and they're running around it so fast that they're like ripping the fabric of reality apart. So Superman is trying to catch them to stop them. And he gets close to Barry, and he's like, Barry, you know, I can keep up with you. We've raced before. And the Flash looks at him and says, that was for charity, Clark. And then goes, boom, and just disappears. And Superman goes, I can't see him. Like, he's beyond faster than Superman.
Yeah.
And it's like in the movie when the Flash goes to run around Superman and he kind of like follows him with his eyes. I'm like, come on, man. That was always, I like Superman, but that's what I hated about him. Like, dude, you give him every power. Like, oh, he's got laser vision. He's got frost breath. He's faster than anybody. He's stronger than anybody.
Oh,
I don't, see, that was my problem with that.
And I agree with you. They should let him be the fastest man. Like, I'm sorry, Superman's OP'd already. Don't make him absolute. Like,
and
better than anything.
I know the Flash is young, and I'd be fine with Superman kind of keeping up with him more than anybody else ever has. But eventually, the Flash still outspeeds him because he might have a moment where he's like, "Holy crap! Like this guy's fast," but then he shows his speed superiority. But
who did the speed the best in all like the speedsters kind of deal?
Wally West is Wally West is actually the fastest. The redheaded.
I'm talking Marvel or DC. Like who did the fastest man? Mine's Quicksilver.
I mean, if you're going by the movies, I think Quicksilver. I mean, Quicksilver's so fast he literally speeds times. You know, because it's a law of physics. The faster you go, time slows down around you.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, girl, you about the same age as my little girl.
Yep, a couple weeks different.
I just put her to bed before I came down here.
She's got too much.
Wow, you staying up way later than my little girl. My little girl will be a nightmare right now if she was still up.
She wide open.
How do you like being a big sister? It's like, what? That thing's staying with us?
Do you like being a big? Do you like your little brother? Is he cute? Do you like your little brother? Normally, she talks 90 million miles an hour. Now I can't get her to say anything.
Oh yeah. My daughter's the same way. We just had our engineer I had our station engineer come down and help me do some tweaking in my setup, and she wouldn't even look at him. As soon as he left, though. Yeah.
What do you think about baby brother? What do you think about him?
Hey, dog.
Your dog.
She said, I don't want that response recorded to be used against me in the future.
Usually when she sees me, she's always like, puppies, 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 because I've got all the wiener dogs and whatnot. So it's funny. So I sent her a wiener dog for her birthday, a stuffed animal one, and she carried it to Ma's house. So I was like, I done good.
That's always the best feeling because kids are so ADD with toys. Like you get something you think your niece or nephew or your kid's going to love, and then they're like, oh, and they drop it and never go back to it. And it's like, so when you see one hold on to a toy you gave them, you're like, I did it.
Hey, so when my little boy was wrapped up in the hospital bed, I made him look. I made him look. We kept saying he looked like a little burrito, so I made him into a burrito.
Oh,
Laquito Taco Bell.
now I want Taco Bell.
He's a tiny baby, ain't he?
I buy that burrito for $1.
She said, I can't even look at it.
Can you count to 10? Say out loud. 4.
That's awesome.
10.
It was
There
adorable.
you go. Has she started in on her colors yet?
Yeah.
How does she say yellow?
Let's see. Hold on. I don't want
My
to.
daughter says yayo. And I hate to be that dad, but it's freaking cute.
Right? Hey, what color? Say it out loud. Say it out loud. Can you say it out loud? Say it louder. Say the color. Can you say that color? Lala. No, say it loud.
She's like whispering.
She's like, damn, Dad, I've said it like 4 times.
I love how she's whispering, though.
Speak up. Say, what color is that? What color is that? Can you hear her whisper at least?
Oh, yeah, I could hear her say yellow when she did.
She says Lalo.
Yeah, Lalo. That's what makes it so adorable, bro. She's whispering. She said,
I just wish you would say it.
She said, Daddy's not going to use me to boost his ratings.
no, not at all.
What's that?
See, if I bring my daughter in here, she'll just come in here and say, I farted, and then walk out.
What color? What color is this? What color? What color is it? It's not an apple. She was saying, she calls it origin, or something like that. I don't know. It's really funny.
I wonder what was named first.
Colors. Huh?
The fruit? I wonder what was named first, the fruit or the color? Did they name the color after the fruit, or did they name the fruit after the color?
That's a good question.
What, I'm going to say the color came, or the word anyway, because you have in the Dutch, in the Netherlands, excuse me, there's the Count of Orange. It's the House of Orange. There was a last name of Orange.
That's a house I want to be a part of.
And that's why the national colors of the Netherlands are orange
Same
and white.
ABCs.
I love that's one of my favorite
So,
fruits.
is there, since we're all had kids here, is there anything different between when you did have kids and you didn't that you do different? Like, I give an example. Like
Life.
me, yeah, well, that's true. But when I walk into the room, I try, when my daughter was real little, I make sure she's breathing. Like, I had to see her chest move.
Oh yeah, I used to do that when she was little. I'd say the first like 6 months I was really big on that. Look at the doggy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the puppy.
This is Lucy saying hi to Lucy.
He said,
You see the
"Hey."
puppy?
Hi, puppy.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I want to like go wake my daughter up now, but she would be just a grumpy nightmare. Be like, be cute like his daughter.
What time does she wake up in the morning?
It depends. I'd say her general range is like 7:30 to 8:30, like on average. So not too bad.
Wow.
Considering I normally get up at 4:30 or 5, 7:30 to 8:30 is actually pretty. You get sleep in pretty good.
My middle son, Ryan,
Come here.
he'll be pitch black in the living room,
Come here.
and he'll be sitting on the couch wide awake during the morning.
What do you want?
He probably wants a puppy
It's
now.
5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm not even awake at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this is Lizzie. And Lizzie is just horrible. But yes, this is Lizzie Lou.
What does she do that's horrible? Because I want to tell you what my dog did and see if you think it's horrible. But what does Lizzie do that's
Well,
horrible?
she likes to get underneath the blankets and then chew on the sofa cushions.
Oh, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah, and then look at you like, oh, it wasn't me, Dad. Is you pulling stuffing out of her jowls and stuff?
I went to yawn and it jumped into my mouth. I'm sure that excuse has been used by some questionable ladies at some point. So all right, when we cook stuff, we get rid of the grease by pouring it into an old El Paso jar, and like once it fills up, we just throw it away.
You racist, throwing out the old El Paso.
Hey, I'm gonna have to rethink my life now. Thanks for that.
That's right,
Go
man.
tell
That's
my
what happens when
girlfriend,
you're a
don't
racist.
do it. We're not racist. Keep it.
No,
You
it's
got 20
racist. W. There's no R. Racist.
I'll be telling you in a year, man. I've got 30 gallons of grease because of you. But it's like my dog, who he does chew things up sometimes, and he's a fat ass. He loves to eat, even though he's well fed. And he's fat. But he got this, and they've been there since we lived here. He got up the other day. He got the El Paso jar down, somehow opened it, and ate every bit of grease out of it. He then proceeded to puke all over the house while we were at work. It was greasy puke. I'm talking like multiple times on the bed. We've got a rug that's in the front yard I have to haul off because it's full of his puke. My girlfriend, I think, right now is upstairs. We've been sleeping on the couch the last 2 or 3 nights because it smells so horrible. I've got a pillow top. You can't really wash those.
Yep.
Like, legit, one of the few things he's done that I thought about whooping his ass pretty good. But then I was like, he's not going to know why I'm whooping him, so I'm not gonna abuse him. But I love when she told me that. I was like, oh, so good it was you that found it, not me. Which I really
not being the first one home.
I do. I try not to whoop my dog. I'm trying to let him know when he does something wrong, but I don't really like to whoop him. It makes me feel like I'm abusing him or something. I feel like I've betrayed his love for me. But in that instance, I'm not going to say I wouldn't have considered it. Yeah. I'm going to go outside, puff my little douche flute here, have a beer, and decide whether or not I want to come in and whoop your ass or not.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've had them steal pizza. I've had them, eat a whole thing of butter. They're, they're
Getting this honey boo boo on there.
When I was growing up, we had 2 Alaskan chows. So they're chows, but they're solid white. So basically, they're a chow and husky mix.
I bet they were pretty.
Oh, they're
It sounds like a pretty dog.
But they were really strong. They wasn't them type of dogs you can keep on a leash because they would drag you.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got new mattresses for every room in the house. And we went out to eat. And when we came back, they dug through the mattress and made them like a little den inside the mattress.
That's that like husky wolf instinct there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Huskies are hard-headed, man. They're great dogs, but like you better be ready for a battle constantly because they are smart and they are very hard-headed. They're actually like on a list of like, best dogs to own down. Huskies actually rank pretty low just because of how hard-headed they are. If you've got the patience and the time, they're great, but they're constantly going to challenge you.
An older husky though.
Oh
Because
yeah.
once they get to a certain age, if you ain't there when they're little, they don't care.
Oh yeah.
They
full of energy too, though, man. Those dogs, they'll go.
Oh yeah.
They got lots and lots of energy.
Yeah, my dog is a Shepherd Lab. What is he? Shepherd Lab Rottweiler mix. So he's got three very interesting. Like one of his parents was purebred, and then the other one was the mutt. But it was two other purebreds that it made that mutt. So it's like those are his main three. He's great. He's just an ass. Since our daughter's been born, man. I mean, like before she was born, we could leave him at home all day. Now he's gotten in the habit of pulling clean dishes out the sink. Like we wash them and set them beside the sink to dry, and he'll pull those out, take it to the living room, and chew it up. And I'm like, well, you're such a dick. Like I get pulling out a dish that had food still left on it. I wouldn't even really be mad at you at that point because, like, I get it. You're chilling, bored at home. Hey, there's some spaghetti sauce left over. I'm gonna help myself. I mean, that dish was clean. You were eating Dawn, basically. So, I think it really is one of those jealousy things. He just wants attention however he can get it.
Well, Adam, your dogs are purebred, right?
Yeah. Yep, 100% purebred wiener.
I've never owned a purebred. Is there a difference in the way they act when they're purebred or mixed?
Well, I mean, the thing with wiener dogs is they're a whole bunch of different dogs all mixed together. They're the biggest mutt in the world.
To think they started as wolves thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago.
And keep in mind, they're German.
Those diabolical Germans.
Yes.
They just sat around watching different. Yes, let's take the shepherd and mate him with the wolf, yeah. And then they
That is my bear and sausage, you stupid human.
Let's take this dog and mate him with the rat. Oh, it looks like a wiener.
Mm-hmm.
I shall call him Wiener Dog.
I mean, they were bred for small game. Like Doodle's one of the ones that passed away recently. She had hit the backyard once. Like there was a bird landed in the yard, and she's goes out and just attacks it, breaks its neck, and is just sitting there like, yeah, I got it.
He totally didn't just end a life.
Ducks in the pool. So not only does she jump in an 8-foot pool, she's like, oh, I see a duck, and then chases the ducks around the pool until they fly out.
Well, there was a couple videos I watched, and one was talking about how everybody talks about how apes could take over the world because they're slowly getting more and more intelligence. I'm seeing that more with dogs than I am apes.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
No. I've heard.
Where are my testicles, Summer?
Where are my testicles, Morty?
But
but no. What was it? You said something, and I had something. But God, I forget. But you, not the ape thing. What was before that? Oh no, you were talking about the wiener dog killing. Oh no! All right, so tell me how our channel gets nerfed because we mentioned that the outbreak of COVID kind of was similar to the outbreak of AIDS. But I'm flipping through, and I'm sure y'all have noticed on the mobile app, YouTube has like short videos up top. Yeah. I'm flipping through those, and it's just one of them literally was a crocodile eating a dog. Like,
yeah, I've seen that. I saw that one.
What the shit? That was the like that shit almost like it messed me up, man. And it's like,
oh yeah.
So that's okay for YouTube to get millions of views, but God forbid you mention an invisible virus reminds you of another invisible virus, and bam, your channel just gets nerfed. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Both made by the government. That's why.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't man-made, or that shit didn't happen naturally. That shit was man-made. So yeah, that's why. Because you're speaking the truth, I mean, like we
like our Weird Wednesday could kind of be all over the place, but if you go look through the playlist, I mean, there's some videos on there, like the Trump time traveling one had, last I looked a year or two ago, had like 20,000 plus views. And it's like, any Walking Dead podcast we did, which I know the Walking Dead audience is kind of falling off, but I mean, like if we didn't get like 5,000 views, we were like, what do we do wrong in that one? Now we get up to 1,000 and we're like, yay.
Yeah, but Walking Dead, dude, I mean, like when it first hit, it was the right time, the right place, and it was wrote so well. When they took it from the comic to the screen, you were just so happy. And I said it from day one. I was like, I wonder if he's thinking, well, maybe if I wouldn't have took Rick's hand, maybe, or different things, like when we finally had Abraham die and all that kind of stuff. It's like, well, these were thoughts that I had, but I went this way. But now with the show, I can go that way. And we see it, really pay off in the end, where it's not identical to the comics, but it's not that far off either. And it's been a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I'm behind a bit. It's all Seth's fault. Usually it's Tommy Gunn's fault, but this week it's going to be Seth's fault. Just because.
Well, and he said that he regretted killing Abraham the way he did. And I think he even said he regretted taking Rick's hand, to be honest with you. And that I'm not 100%, but I do know he said he regretted the way he killed Abraham, because he felt like the character deserved a little bit better than that. And in the show, he did. Abraham's death was, I never realized how much I loved him until they killed him. Like, I was honestly more sad about Abraham than Glenn, to be 100% on it. I was very sad with Glenn and wanted Daryl to die a horrible, slow death because of getting Glenn killed. But no, I think you're right. I definitely think, because he was an executive producer on the show for a while, and I'm pretty sure there were times where he was like, all right, so in the comics, this is how I kill Abraham, but he's too good of a character to kill off like that. Denise, she's a crappy character you guys threw into the show. Let's just give her that death. Only good thing really she did. I mean, that was the best acting that girl did that entire show.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like, the hands down, man. Like, it's just.
Like
well, now, did you follow the comics when they first came out, or are you just more in? Because I don't know. I know Seth has been telling me I need to watch the stream, and it's nothing. Like I said, it's not that I don't want to check your shit out. It's just I haven't seen it. I really want to be caught up, so I got to get off my ass to do that. But like, I read the comics, so when you got to issue 100 and Glenn got his brain scattered, you were like, holy shit! And then
man.
So with the episodes, the way they did, I like the way that he switched it up a bit. So it wasn't the exact same, and Abraham didn't die in that moment. I have to agree. Yes, that's the best acting that she did on that show, was the death scene.
Oh yeah, like no, when they killed Glenn, what made me so mad was a lot of people you'll talk to, because sometimes on Sundays I'll work at a comic shop because I get a sweet ass discount on my comics. So I'm like, I'll work one day a week to get half off my comics.
Mm-hmm.
But
dude, that's dope. Half off comics.
And he pays me to be there. Oh yeah, it's a sweet deal. Yeah, he pays me.
Well,
he pays me to be there.
I would be like, bro, just hook me up with the comics. Like,
I at first thought that's all he was gonna do, but then when he was like, "And yeah, I'll pay you whatever an hour," and I'm like, "Oh, there's pay too. Oh, that's sign me up." Basically, it just pays for my gas. It's about a 30, 45-minute drive to get to it, so it just more or less pays my gas to get there. But I'll take it. But like. The comic, everybody I've talked to in the comic shop is like, I love The Walking Dead, but once they killed Glenn, it was too graphic. I couldn't watch it after that. And I'm like, the sane people, if they would have toned it down, would have been like, because in the comics, it was nasty. They did it almost frame by frame in the show, the way he died in the comics. It was just as graphic, just as heartbreaking and gross. Like, no, they were trying to keep it. I mean, if you watch even the way, that whole scene is genius. If you even watch the way Negan poses himself, and you can go back to the comic and be like, holy crap, the bat behind the back, bending over, going, what's that? You're trying to speak. That's identical. I applaud their dedication to making it comics, accurate. But no, I didn't start reading it before. When I remember The Walking Dead was announced to come out Halloween 2010. Never heard of it at that point. And I remember I loved zombies. Resident Evil is my favorite game franchise ever. So I've always been into zombies and Night of the Living Dead and all Day of the Dead and all that. So it's like when I heard that, I was like, I'm going to love this. So I researched it and saw it was based off a graphic novel. So I went and got all of the compendiums up to that point. So I can say I read the comic before the show came out, but I only read the comic because of the show.
Right.
So, I can't be a hipster and be like, yeah, but
I'm a fun fan of let's say that, like you said, okay, you read the comics because of the show. To me, even because of the show, if that gets you into the comics, and that goes for any kind of movie or anything, to me, that's the awesome part of it. It's like, man, if you thought this was graphic and bad, go back and look at the book.
Oh yeah. No, I get irritated with hipsters that hate when somebody's like, "Oh, you only read the comic because of the show." Whatever, they still read the comic. Who cares how they got into it? They still took the time to go back and read the source material, which I say kudos. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it as much as I did.
What made me mad about it though is once Walking Dead got a little bit up in popularity, everybody jumped on that bandwagon. Even Disney jumped on it. They had a Disney movie with zombies. You had Warm Bodies, which was abomination to any zombie movie ever made.
Love will turn them back into humans.
Yeah. That movie, I was like, no, I just wasted money watching this.
Seth is challenging his child to a fight to the death, and we're just letting it happen.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Well, I was tired of vampires, man. You know, we had all that stuff going on, the Twihart, whatever, madness, and all. So I like you. I was very happy to see something different. So like it came at the right time.
It really did. It couldn't have started and I was a big Lost fan, and Lost it just went off, I think, in 2009 or either. I think it actually ended 2010. Like, so I was lost, like no pun intended. Like right. I was like, what am I gonna do now? And then that show picked up in the fall, and I was just like, so I jumped from, I get into shows, man. Like when I get into them, like these people become like part of my family. So, Lost ended, and I was just like, what the hell am I going to do now? Like no show is ever going to suck me in the way Lost did. And then The Walking Dead started, and I loved it even more.
I would like to see a werewolf series. That's actually good.
Yeah, we haven't really had that in a while. I mean, werewolves have always been the guest stars, right? Like so in Underworld and Twilight and all these other vampire flicks, the werewolves are always kind of side characters. They're there, but they're never the focus of the story. I don't think many people have been able to pull off a successful werewolf film other than like Werewolves in London or what is it?
Yeah, but it's always
I know it's a song too, but
if it's a series, it sucks.
Yeah. True. Well, I mean, come on. You got to give it to Michael J. Fox because, Teen Wolf was...
Oh, Teen Wolf was the shiznit. Absolutely.
I never watched it because I heard it was...
Oh, Tommy. Shame on you.
I mean, it's like... It's Michael J. Fox's heyday goodness. If you like back in that era, like, Back to the Future and just that era of movies. I mean, it's definitely dated, but it's still a joy to watch.
Wait, is that where he boxes as a werewolf?
I don't remember him boxing. I remember he played a mean game of basketball.
Mean game? Yeah, I was going to say basketball, yeah.
I remember it now. I didn't know it was called Teen Wolf.
I really liked Underworld. The first one or two of those, they kind of started going off the rails, but like the lichens in that, those werewolves were... You're gonna get banned now. Those are assault weapons.
That's right. Those Nerf guns.
Oh yeah, you're definitely getting nerfed now. No pun intended.
You're getting nerfed now, baby.
You've got a drum mag on those? I've yet to find a drum mag that works worth a damn on any of my ARs. God, I'm going to get nerfed now for admitting I own an AR. Or multiples. But no, I would like to see the new Resident Evil game is going to somehow incorporate werewolves into it, but it's still, of course, going to be some kind of viral strain. So I'm very interested. I'm going to be live streaming when RE8 comes out. I'll be live streaming that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
But
no, The Walking Dead was the timing. I mean, they really brought zombies have always been popular, but The Walking Dead made them pop culture popular.
What was your first zombie movie?
Oh gosh, one of the Romero flicks. No kidding. I really think I did. I think it wasn't the mall one, and it wasn't Night of the Living Dead. It was the one where they were in that army base.
Mine was that black and white one. I think it was called Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that was the very first one.
The very first one. I watched that with my mom when I was little. And for like 3 weeks straight, all I could draw, because I used to draw like constant, was zombies everywhere. People with half their face gone.
That's the one that started it all. Like that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie we can thank for The Walking Dead. And it's so funny, right? Because that's the inspiration for like The Walking Dead. And I think George A. Romero, before he died, said The Walking Dead sucked. He thought it was just a soap opera with zombies. Like, what were your movies, man? Like, what are you talking about? Your movies had tons of social commentary and issues and things like that. But, you know, to each their own.
I did not like iZombie.
iZombie. My girlfriend got into that show, and I was trying to get her into the comics because I was like,
Is
oh,
the
maybe
comics better?
I don't know. I've never read them.
But Z Nation, I did like that. A lot of people didn't, but
I
did.
hated it. But
Really?
I think the reason I hated it is because The Walking Dead was out, and it was a serious show. It took the zombie apocalypse serious, whereas, you know, that show was just like, and I know they were trying to be over the top, cheesy and corny, but I just couldn't take it serious. If it came out and The Walking Dead went out, maybe.
It reminded me of a mix between when you mix Z Nation with Walking Dead, you get Zombieland, because they have their real comic areas, and then they have their serious moments.
Well, what was that? What was that show? It was like a little mini series, and it was in the same universe, but it was totally different tone. Was it Black Summer?
Yes.
On Netflix. That was awesome. But like that's set in the same universe, but it's filmed totally different. Like it's actually got a very serious tone to it.
Yeah.
It's way, I thought, way better.
It had a darker tone to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was a really good little show. And I hear they're gonna follow up with another season of it sometime soon.
Oh, that'd be great.
I hope so.
Have you seen Lucifer?
That's actually a pretty good show.
Yes, season the next part of 5 is coming out this month.
Oh man.
That's always my keep Netflix.
Yeah. Are y'all caught up on the DC Universe stuff like CW and all that?
No, I couldn't get past when they did because you have to watch all of them really for some episodes.
I was gonna say I want to spoil something for you, but I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's just so awesome.
Okay, you go ahead. You're good. I don't care about spoilers.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody else though that might not want to.
No, you're good.
Well, just the fact that Lucifer was in it was awesome.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
That was so freaking cool when Constantine goes to like the bar, and I think that's supposed to be set right before Lucifer's show started.
Yes.
Oh man, that was so awesome.
What do you think of Constantine?
Yeah, it's hard for me to really get into. Like the Keanu Reeves movies were okay, but I never really got into the comics.
No, the series.
I hadn't watched much of it.
Yeah, see, the Keanu Reeves movie is shit. If you actually watch the series, that was badass because that was NBC had it before the CW started swallowing giggity up everything, and turning it very woke and vagina-y. But Constantine, dude, that TV series kicked ass. And then the fact that the same actor continued on with the animated movies and then started in Legends of Tomorrow. That's what the whole gig in Legends of Tomorrow is when he's like, I need a peacock feather. And they give it to him. And because that was the FU to, NBC for dropping the show because everybody wanted to continue on.
Oh, yeah. Man, what was it? You've mentioned a couple times the DC animated movies. Man, DC's animated movies are where it's at. Like Marvel has never really done anything animated that wasn't meant to appeal to children. Now barring, I still love the old X-Men cartoons and old Spider-Man cartoons, but like modern Marvel cartoons are all aimed at like Disney Channel audiences, whereas DC has made, from Flashpoint to Justice League Dark and all of the animated flicks are where it's at, man. Good acting, good story.
Dark Apocalypse was the last. Apparently, that's going to be the rumored that's the end of it, and the way that movie ends is awesome because it's kind of like, well, here you go.
I have to check that out.
But those were all a good run. Because I told Tommy about it. Because Tommy's on my Disney because I hooked him up with Disney so him and the kids could watch. Because I pay for the Disney Channel. I'm like, hey, here, man, watch, because it was when we were doing Mandalorian, and he wanted to catch up on it. And I'm like, dude, I made you an account. Here's my username, password. You got your own account. Watch the shit. The kids can watch whatever. It's Disney, man. He's got kids. I mean, my kids are all grown up, so I'm about to be a grandpa. So, man, I'm like, good. I found that out when I was at Seth's house, actually, a couple weeks back. So I shared it with Tommy, and then he did get it. And I'm like, man, or HBO. I was like, there's a lot of good stuff on that HBO Max, man. It's got a lot of the DC EU stuff in there. It's got all the animated movies, and they keep adding to it because the DC app used to be the way to go. You could read the DC comics all the way back from the original comics, all the way up to the newer stuff coming out. You had all of everything with the exception of the 66 Batman was basically on there.
Wow, I didn't know that. If I'd have known that, I'd have definitely have gotten the DC. I just thought it was like for DC shows, and it's like DC has always been very hit or miss when they're live action. So I didn't know that.
But then when they tagged up with HBO Max, it's like now that's where most of the DC stuff is. And like I did like the trial for the DC app, and I was enjoying it. But then HBO Max came out and had the same stuff, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna pay $15 a month, it's gonna be to them because you get so much. Turner Classic Movies and all the not Nick at Night, but Cartoon Network stuff, and I mean, just there's so much on there, Cinemax, HBO, so on and so forth. But yeah, because I was gonna hook Tommy up with that, but he'd already got it, so I was like, all right, never mind. But yeah, I mean, we've had a blast with don't get me wrong, I mean, I still got a lot of stuff on Blu-ray and DVD and all that, but man, I've gotten so damn lazy where it's like I love being able just to launch the app from the smart TV and just hit play. Man, it is so nice.
Oh yeah. Are y'all excited for the Mortal Kombat movie?
Yes, it comes out next Friday.
Oh, what's bad is one of my good friends is in Vegas right now, and when he gets back, we're gonna watch it together. But I didn't realize when we were talking about it and agreed to do that he'd be gone for the next week or two. So I'm like, damn, I've got to wait. But I hope it's as awesome as it looks because that trailer looks phenomenal.
Did you watch the animated version they launched?
Oh, the Scorpion, the one it was oh, dude, that was amazing. Top notch, front to back. I love that movie. I loved it. I've watched it multiple times, man.
So being an old school Mortal Kombatter from the 25-cent arcade games, right? So when Jax was introduced and you seen him with the bionic arms, we've always were because we didn't have the internet back then. So we're like, I bet you that his clone, because we called them clones since there was two of them. We're like, I bet you his clone ripped his damn arms off because that used to be his fatality.
Yeah.
And then to see in the movie, it was Goro that did it. And then according to this new movie coming up, it looks like it's Sub-Zero versus the second Mortal Kombat movie where he just was wearing robotic arms to wear robotic,
we don't speak of that abomination. That the first one, which was produced by Paul W.S. Anderson, who I'll forever despise. I don't know him. He could be a wonderful dude, but I'll despise his movie making for what he did to the Resident Evil franchise. However, I thought the first Mortal Kombat movie was still pretty solid. I remember as a kid, I enjoyed it. As an adult, rewatched it, was like, this was pretty good. I mean, for the times and what he was trying to do, I thought he did a good job. That second one, though, even as a child, I remember thinking how stupid it was.
And the bad part is CGI and everything was still terrible. So but they thought it was the coolest thing ever. So they tried to put so much CGI in there, and it's just unwatchable almost right now.
Well, the first one, the main CGI you had, and it was awful, but you had Reptile. Reptile was pretty awful looking.
Yep.
But
Reptile and Goro.
Yeah, well, Goro was actually not CGI. Goro was actually a person in a suit with I think he did have robotic arms, but it was his bottom arms were the actor's arms. But it's Reptile looked awful, but it was a lot of practical effects, kind of like the team. I still stand by the first Ninja. Well, mainly the first one. The second one, Secret of the Ooze, was great, but the first, I still think it aged so well. The Ninja Turtles, puppets and practical effects in my mind always trump CGI. I know they're more expensive and they're harder, but I watched the Ninja Turtles movie about 2-3 nights ago, and I'm just like, this still looks great. This could have came out recently, and minus the film quality, it would work today. So I really, man, I'm so stoked for this new one. And the guy that's playing Scorpion, I said on a podcast years ago when he was on Westworld, I was like, for some reason I could see this guy playing what is it, Hanzo? How do they say his name? I used to know all their names. Like I know Scorpion's original Scorpion's name was Bihan, which he's not. And then you got but anyways, I've always been like he would play a great Hanzo Hasashi. That's it. Scorpion. Like I could see him Scorpion before he turned Scorpion. And then I saw him in the trailer and was like, oh my God. Is this a glitch in the Matrix? Did I imagine that into real life?
Was it that brownie I ate? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Was it that cosmic brownie I had earlier?
Might be. Yeah, no, man. You're right. When the first Mortal Kombat, I went and saw that. Man, I saw that so many times in the theaters. Back then, and it was just like great. And then I always tied Christopher Lambert from being, the Highlander. I'm like, there you go, man, lightning to lightning.
Yep. Boom. Oh, he was a great Raiden, man. And I like the guy that played. I like the actor that played Raiden in the second movie. But with that said, he was a terrible Raiden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
he didn't. To me, when I saw the second one, I was like, why didn't they keep the original, like the first movie guy, instead of this guy?
That's because they rushed the second one out just to follow up and money grab off the success of the first one. And I don't think Paul W.S. Anderson had any desire to do a second one. So they couldn't get, a lot of the actors didn't want to come back, or they wouldn't pay them what they wanted. I mean, Sonya Blade was completely different. Luke Kane and Katana were just the two that were like, yeah, we'll do it again, whatever.
Did y'all see, have y'all seen what The Rock looks like now?
Not monstrous still.
No, he's actually lost some muscle mass. I don't know if he lost it or he's just going for that really, really cut look. But he's doing it. He says he's doing it for Black Adam.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, okay, so yeah, Dwayne Johnson. Yeah. So I thought that's what you were talking about, but I had to make sure here. That's all got to do with the role. Because he's still a beast. I mean, I follow him on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff, and he'll still do his workout videos and whatnot on occasion. But yeah, I mean, he's still a big dude. But yeah, he had to kind of
2% body fat now. Like he used to keep a little fat on him because it would make him look bigger. Now he's
those actors have all those Hollywood, I mean, you got to think, like, we get paid to go to work and, do whatever it is your job is. And that's what, like, when they sign up for a movie, I mean, I'm sure they hire that, but they get that's their job. Like, they wake up in the morning and they have a personal trainer that meets them at the house at a certain time or at the gym, tells them what to eat and tells them exactly how to do their workouts. And I mean, it's like, him already being a monster the way he is. I mean, I bet you could give him a month and he could bulk right back up if he wanted to.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, because their workout regimens I work out a lot, and it's like I've looked at some of their stuff, and it's insane, man. Like, most of us don't have the time to put that much. And it's like, while we're at work or while we're taking care of our kid, whatever we're doing, he's out there getting paid to work out.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like him as an actor. It's just weird seeing him not the way he's cut down that mass as fast as he did.
Hey, he won me with the Tooth Fairy, because I'm sorry, that is a hilarious movie.
I liked him in Moana. His Maui and Moana, that's actually, I'm not gonna lie, man. I never mind saying something I like. My daughter's really gotten into Moana, and of all the new Disney movies, Moana's actually pretty damn good. It's a good story. It's well acted. The music in it's actually enjoyable. The Rock is freaking hilarious in it. I actually really like Moana. That's probably one of my favorite newer Disney flicks. I don't know I think my daughter likes it. It might just be we cut it on for her one night. I fell in love with it, so then I just keep playing it. But
I'll be
blame
honest,
the child. Good man.
It's got a good storyline. You don't find that much, especially in Disney movies anymore, where it starts out good, and then you got a peak, and then you got the resolve. Like, I don't know, it just flowed really good,
and it's funny. It's got really good humor throughout it. Like, it's little stuff. Like, I love when they get like blown, like when they save the day or whatever, and then it's like they all like slam into the beach, or like the ocean is returning them to the sand, and then all of a sudden there's the chicken, and he's like, "Ha ha, the chicken lives." It's just little stuff like that I appreciate.
I like that they didn't. Disney kind of has a problem with like making movies too dumbed down. Like,
I could see that.
Because
Well,
they're bankrupt of ideas.
in modern times they do.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, man, the old Disney flicks, the old animated ones, man, they were good. Like,
But they made you think. Like that movie makes you think of the reason why. This one says,
Wait, what movie did you cut out?
huh? Mulan.
What movie
Not
did you
Mulan. I meant
What?
to say I can't think of the name now.
Moana.
Moana.
I just
I
wanted
was
to hear him say
thinking-
it.
He called it
But
Mulan.
anyways, that one makes you think.
Yeah.
The other Disney movies make you feel like, okay, there's the answer to the question. Just be a good person.
You know what? I think if you watch The Fox and the Hound and you don't cry, I don't know that I would trust you as a person.
Mine's more Old Yeller.
Oh,
You don't cry during Old Yeller, something's wrong with you.
yeah, that movie made me. I got my first hatchet because of that movie. Just after watching it, I really wanted to hatchet. But yeah, but no, like The Fox and the Hound when she like leaves the fox. I'm not even going to talk about it right now.
I'm a hound dog. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend will straight up tear up if you just mention that movie. Like she's vowed to never watch it again because it just made her so incredible. Y'all remember where the red fern grows?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I believe that's the first movie as a kid that ever like made me actually cry. Like, what's happening? Why am I getting what is this?
Mine was Lonesome Dove.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. That's a classic.
Yeah.
I always loved the Robin Hood with the fox as Robin Hood.
Oh yeah, I got an awesome video of my daughter dancing to that intro, the little John and Dylan. That's awesome. Somebody famous actually sings that, and I can't remember who it was. Whoever sings that intro to that, I'm gonna look that up. Somebody that when I was told that, I was like, "What?"
But Disney's had a dark past too. Did y'all ever hear it's called The Sounds of the South?
Song of the South.
Songs of the South, yeah.
Oh yeah, they consider it like the most racist movie of all time.
They say that, but the guy that the black guy that played in that movie, he won Grammys and everything. Like he was the highest paid on that movie, which was surprising at that time.
Well, the guy behind me said he didn't cry when Old Yeller died. He laughed.
Well, I can feel the heat radiating off of his soul right now.
I mean, what do you expect from the Joker? I mean, I don't really think he's going to cry.
That's true.
You
That's
hate
true.
what?
I hate Disney movies.
The old ones?
Yeah, they were all boring. It's just all about stupid animals and stuff you didn't care about.
Whoa. Stupid animals.
Who gives a
I like
crap
animals
about
better than
Bambi?
people.
Who cared about Bambi's? Like,
About what?
Bambi's mom died, big deal. There's like 10 of Bambi's moms dead on the side of my road.
I mean, there's also tons of dead women on the side of the roads, and I'm sure their kids are equally as sad.
And that sucks.
I mean, I hunt, you know what I mean? So, like, I feel you. I mean, I hunt. I kill Bambi's mom in a heartbeat because it's going to feed my family. But
we're trying to get to inner Appalachian American, not older,
just let the hard shell crack, man. Let us inside.
I hated Disney movies.
Did you get attacked? Did you ever go to Disney World?
No.
Did you? I feel like there's some story here. There's some deep down reason why you hate Disney movies.
I just have never found any of them to be good.
Aladdin?
Nope, didn't like it.
Jesus.
My kids loved Aristocats.
The Lion King. My God.
Didn't care for it.
I don't know what to say.
Was there a car involved with the Lion King?
A car?
Yeah, was there a car involved with it?
No.
Then I didn't care.
No, but it's based off something else.
Did you like that terrible Owen? What was that animated one where they raced and stuff?
Cars.
That was Pixar, right? Not Disney.
Oh yeah,
it was just like a Pixar product. Which I say it's terrible. The first one was really good, but the other ones I wasn't so fond of. But Larry the Cable Guy gets on my nerves because,
dude, yes.
Well, because he's a huge ripoff of Rodney Carrington.
But he's fake.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
completely
Rodney
fake.
Carrington.
Rodney Carrington's hilarious, and like all Larry the Cable Guy did was take that persona and soften it up a little bit so it was a little more family friendly, and that's what it is. Because Rodney Carrington is like X-rated. Like you don't let your kids listen to Rodney
He
Carrington.
got divorced and fat though.
Oh, dude, his last stand-up on Netflix was depressing. Like, it wasn't funny. He's gotten overweight, and he just looks very sad. Like,
I got to see him live when the deer penis.
Oh, dear penis.
So, I mean, like, I was lucky enough to see. And Tommy was talking about that because I haven't watched it yet. But he's like, yeah, he put on a bunch of weight, and it wasn't as good as the other ones. And I'm like, oh man, that's depressing. Like,
my dad is huge Rodney Carrington fan. I told him, I was like, just do yourself a favor, don't watch it so you can remember Rodney Carrington the way you remember him.
That's right.
Well, do you remember when he sung that song, Showed Them to Me?
The Shogun and Me?
No, Show Them to Me.
Show them.
Show them to me. I like he says, if you're a fat man, I'm a tit fan. Show yours too.
Well, if you remember on the net, even when it was on Netflix, when it first came on air, before he got fat, the girls were pulling their shirts up and everything. He did it on the last one, and nobody did it. And he got pissed off at the end.
He's like, men and women are dying for our country, and you can't even show a tit.
Yep.
Like, how do those two things even relate?
Does that help me? I'm a fat man. I need to see a titty.
But yeah, no, Rodney Carrington back in the day, man, like he used to be. He wouldn't make it today. Like a lot of his old stuff is so un-PC that there's just no way he would. I mean, it's like if he was still in the limelight, they'd been and shut him down by digging up some of his old stuff.
Oh yeah, it's so offensive. No, it's not. It's fucking funny.
Well, comedy is what do they say? Comedy is tragedy plus timing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what most of comedy is something that makes you uncomfortable or something that's not okay to say, but you're able to laugh at it because it's comedy. Like,
yeah.
I remember being a kid, and I mean, I won't go into a racial tangent because I'll never tell a black person. I'll never tell them how they should feel because I don't know what it feels like to be a black person in America. I'm not black, so I can't tell you how you should interpret life. That is your deal. However, you know, I do know when I would watch like the Comedy Kings and they would make fun of white people, it never pissed me off. Half the time I was like, yo, I know somebody like that. You know what I mean? But it's like now that's the only people you can make fun of in comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to make fun of an Indian accent, even though that's exactly how the guy at the gas station talks? Well, no, that's offensive. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we lost the right to laughter. I mean, I think Family Guy covered it the best with the post. Fuck, I can't remember what it was now. But, you know, you're not allowed to laugh. You're not allowed to have fun. It's like, nah, man, you're wrong. Richard Pryor, you know, Christopher Titus, to Robin Williams, to, you know, all the greats that we have had, they'd all be censored by today. George Carlin, for fuck's sake, could not say a word in today's society.
Oh, George Carlin, man. I love George. He was, I swear that man had borderline genius IQ, but it's like, oh yeah, no, he hated PC culture. PC culture is dangerous. Yeah. I mean, like, it's perfectly fine. Like, hey, don't say racist crap to someone who's not, you know, there's a fine line between like you're being a racist and, oh, you're telling a joke or like, you know, whatever. But it's just like, you know, George Carlin, man, it's like, no, this is like limiting your thinking. It's conditioning you to not think. I won't even get into it. That drives me nuts, man. Just how limited free speech is. Like, it's not taken away from you legally yet, but they're smart. They're like, we can't take it away from you, but what we can do is we can, you know, find social ways of suppressing things and control what we do and don't want you to say.
Good night, OG. Well, I had Seth's mom laughing because I told her, I said, we were kind of touching on this subject a little bit. And I go, can we go back to the Mel Brooks style of just offending everybody? Yeah. Even his mom's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm so sick of this. You think you're so important that your feelings of how something I said might have offended you about a third party. That's all I got to say about that. I don't care. It's like, grow up, pull up your underoos, man. You know, put on some boxers. I don't know. It's so not important, but they don't want you to laugh. You tell it. Stewie did it best in Family Guy. You know, he's turning around and he goes to tell an off-color joke, and he's looking around. He gets ready to say it, and then poof, whatever race it was he was going to make fun of. But it's like the world is racist. It happens. It's just the way it is. You take a poor person, doesn't matter the race, but a poor person, and then they see a successful person of whatever race, and then they're going to be like, oh, I don't like that person. And that's just that's racism.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're white, Mexican, purple, from Mars. I don't give a shit. It's just the world has always kind of been racist. It's just set up that way. But to the terms that we've went to today, where you're silencing comedians and shutting shit down for no reason, this PC culture stuff. I mean, I've got 23 wiener dogs. I am the wiener M and F and King here. All right. The guys in the UK keep saying they're waiting on the show called Wiener King, and I'm the mofo that's on there. Is your daughter gone?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to make sure I did just in case, and I'm still, I'll still keep it clean. But yeah, booyah.
Zuckerberg using the Cerebro to search for nipples and hates G. That is great.
The way he looked like 10 years ago to compare to now is completely different.
They killed Zuckerberg. They replaced him with a clone. He's a robotic clone. It's exactly. If you please, Seth, pull up the picture of him with sunblock on his face. That is one of the greatest things I have ever seen in my entire. I cried till my throat hurt the first time I saw that. I laughed so hard, and it's real from what I've gathered. It's legit big. This guy, what do you got? Why do you hate the sun so much?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I mean, the sun probably finds this offensive. It looks like a mime. And I mean, I think somebody kind of took that and whitened it, because the one I saw, the original one, it wasn't quite that thick, but it was just it covered just as much. I love it. And it's just the angle they caught it at too.
One too many soy lattes.
I mean, what? Why do you hate the sun so much?
Yeah, we're not in RoboCop 2 where your hat's on fire.
Hello. The Michael Myers. I don't know who I would be more terrified to see standing at the foot of my bed, Michael Myers or sunblocked Zuckerberg. Not only am I here to kill you, I'm also here to ban your Facebook account.
You're in Facebook jail for 30 days.
Remember that one time where you said you didn't want to get the COVID shot until you knew it was safe?
The hose again.
Banned.
They're still not safe.
Oh yeah, it's, Johnson & Johnson just had a recall because their vaccines are fucking people up.
Yeah, and that's the one that I had the most promise, because it was actually more like a regular vaccine, wasn't it? Wasn't it going to reprogram my mRNA?
Oh yeah, no. I told people, regardless of your stance, that everybody thinks of it different, but vaccine or not, man, I'm not taking anything that was just whipped together that quick. Yeah. I'm gonna have to see people I know and trust get what the hell?
Getting his hair colored.
Oh, I thought he had a gun to his head.
That is
no.
You better scroll on past that, or this podcast is gonna abruptly shut off.
I do like the moon though. That's pretty funny.
Dude, the Voldemort.
Leave Mark Zuckerberg alone.
I'm here to destroy the sun.
Tomorrow when all our accounts are closed, Tommy will be laughing at all of us going, I don't have one.
He'll make one and then delete it and then send me an email showing it.
Now,
I thought about deactivating Facebook, but for all the douchebags on my friends list, there's so many other people that I genuinely enjoy keeping up with that but then I don't feel like going through the whole deleting people and them trying to add me back
Just unfollow them on Facebook. Yeah, I just been unfollowing, not unfollow.
That's what I need to do. You're right. I need to start doing that more.
Tommy's got that fake account out there.
Our pal JP does too.
The password for it.
You say you do. Yeah. But I've seen some misspelled words that sound like you've been saying.
That's how I know it's you.
Some misspelled pronounced words.
Can't read, can't write, can't state.
I should put J. I should say I
Hey,
don't want
but I
to.
can fabricate like nobody else.
JP's got a fake Facebook account he uses just to talk politics.
Can you like send me that so I can follow it? Because that sounds hilarious.
Oh yeah, I will. It's a really rad name too, and
I would
rad
love-
is in the name. That's all I'll give. The word rad is in it. Seth, if you go to my our mutual,
I'm already ahead of you.
You go to my friends list and just type rad, you should be able to find it. Which to be, and he doesn't really get on it that much,
Yep.
but
Got it already. I remember the old school podcast.
oh yeah.
So Seth, how many episodes am I behind now?
On what?
Walking Dead.
What was the last episode that you watched?
Pikes on the head. Pikes.
Oh,
Heads on
God,
the
that's
pike.
a lot.
You still got one more episode that season. You hadn't watched the finale yet, and then you've got a whole nother season plus 6 bonus episodes that were released. Seth, I have to apologize to Fear the Walking Dead and our boy. I don't want to spoil anything for those that haven't seen it, but I have to apologize because apparently that was a big part his choice to go out. I still think
I don't
they
care.
I still think the
should've
way
went
they
out
killed
loud.
him was stupid. But with that said, it wasn't. I can't bash the writers as bad as I was, which I still kind of can because it was a crappy way to kill him. But still, he
bash the
wanted to
writers.
go out.
Look, I love Fear, but then when they pretty much killed off the majority of the original cast, and then we got the newer cast, like I watched that
I'm
whole
just glad Madison died.
season. Yeah,
Shut up, Seth. You're baiting me with that. You know you
I
are.
am, but I'm just glad, dude. I hated her. She was the worst.
Dude, so let me guess. You probably like Travis.
No,
Okay, Travis was awful.
they
I mean,
all
he-
sucked.
Travis had potential. Travis's son sucked. That's like
The
I don't
only
think
person on that show that had potential was Nick.
Nick was great. I love that character, man. Such a good, complicated, just such a good character. Like so many layers to him, and so many you never know what he's going to do. I thought Troy was a good character. You never knew what Troy was going to do. Like these are
Yeah, he
good,
was
interesting characters.
Nick, now about season 2, Nick, I really lost. I didn't really care for him because I didn't understand why he was in Mexico.
Oh,
I
to
didn't
this day,
understand why.
yeah. I've only seen half a season 2.
Yeah,
I hated it that much.
I don't get where Luciana came from.
I don't know why
I don't
she's
know.
still on the show. She doesn't do anything.
Right.
Like, how does it feel for the actors knowing they're on the extra part of Walking Dead? Like, you don't even get to make it to the real Walking Dead. You got to go to the Fear of the Walking Dead.
yeah, but
I'm pretty
Fear
sure
was
probably
good 'cause
they thought it was
was
gonna be
pre.
bigger.
So it was the very beginning. When we jumped
But,
into
hey-
Walking Dead, I mean, you're looking at it through Rick's, and since you've read the comic, I will say this: I always looked at the Walking Dead, and this is what pissed me off, as it was Carl's story. Remember, as we were reading the comics back in the day.
Oh yeah.
This was Carl's story. And then they went off and killed his ass, and I'm like,
So
Wait
who's
a minute.
telling the story?
Well, in the
nobody
show,
knows
yeah. Yeah, the show, killing Carl in the show is the dumbest mistake they made. Now, the comics, they kind of went that route, but in the show, I remember he got bit. We did that's our most viewed video. That video has, last I saw it, 100 and something thousand views, was ways Carl might still be alive. And it's so funny because people don't listen. We said in the beginning straight up, Carl's dead.
oh yeah.
We don't think for a second Carl's going to live. But just because it's a hot topic, we're going to talk about 4 ways they might try to save him, and people were still like, y'all are idiots. Carl's dead. Well, I said that in the first 20 seconds of the podcast. If you would have listened. People are bad about reading titles and commenting. They don't even listen.
Of the podcast. If you would have listened.
Oh, no,
People are bad
stop.
about reading titles
What's
and
happening?
They don't even listen.
Hashtag all Seth's fault.
Podcast. If you would have listened.
Stop. What is happening? I was just somehow I opened Facebook and it takes me to this podcast.
Yeah, 4 ways Carl Grimes could survive. 108,000 views.
Yep. Man, let me see these. These are some of the old ones. Oh yeah, I mean, like you get into the double digits thousands on some of these, and then it's just like, oh, you said something about coronavirus. Nerfed.
Wait, there's a Walking Dead Easter egg in Red Dead Redemption?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, totally. Click on it and just mute it. I don't like to hear myself talk. It was a crappy mic, and I don't do game commentating very well, so just mute it. But just you probably got to go forward a little bit. But yeah, it's really cool. Oh, that one got 10,000 views. That's dope. I forgot I did that video.
Now,
What am I saying according to the text? Somewhere here, oh, there's Big Barn. Sounds like bad erotica.
Man, no wonder you don't want to hear yourself talk. You're sounding a lot like Tommy.
Apparently, I got on there and just started getting like,
but stay out plague. It's obviously a play on the.
Seth, you're breaking our bond of trust here. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to hear what's going on.
See how it says "stay out plague" or something? It's just like a little Easter egg for The Walking Dead. It's like a barn, and don't dead open inside.
Don't dead open inside.
When did I post that? Was that 2018?
October 31st.
God, almost 3 years ago. It kind of makes me sad because I'll go through and read our comments, and like we remember all of our like main listeners, and it's like Zod4 was a guy on there, was a huge supporter of the channel, just always positive and cool dude. I haven't heard from him in like 3 years. I hope he's alive.
There's that one dude that always likes for y'all to like bang each other.
Oh man, that's why we quit doing. Like, if anybody ever wonders why we quit doing Mail Call, that was our favorite podcast. We quit doing it because like it turned from like just asking general questions and having conversation to, okay, so if you had to bang JP, Justin, what position would it be? You don't have a choice. You gotta bang him.
Come on, man! You should have went for the most known answer, which is the lights would be out and you never know.
JP is too hairy, man. It'd be like having sex with a dog. Like, that guy has got so much hair on his arms and his back, and it's a lot.
So what you're saying is peanut butter would be involved?
Most likely. And if I see peanut butter, I'm not strong enough to not eat it.
There you go. So see, you just answered all their questions, and they'll never know.
Well, and it started off funny because they'd be like, we had like the Barn of Pleasures, this whole little bit where all the Walking Dead characters have orgies in a barn, and it's like, if you had to take one Walking Dead guy into the barn, who would it be? And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm straight, so none. But if I got to pick one for the fun of this conversation, let's see. Daryl looks like he stinks. Rick, I love, but Rick looks like he'd have some bad BO too. Jesus looked pretty fresh. And he's a little guy. I mean, he's a martial arts master, but he's little. Probably Jesus. And then it just spiraled from there. Okay, so you've got to take 3 Walking Dead dudes at one time. You can't not. Who's gonna be what part of your body? And you're just like, all right, man.
Too far.
Yeah, you have taken this way out in left field. I don't want to play anymore.
And then
the correct answer would be Merle. He's only got one hand.
That's true. But Merle also looks like he would stink.
What are y'all fantasizing about now?
Yeah, well, I won't say his name, but we had this one guy that just straight up was like, because JP is very straight. JP is not bisexual. JP is a very straight dude. Like
JP plays the bisexual part.
He plays it, and he plays it so well because it gets a reaction and people get into it. But the thing is, like, there are so many people that can't realize, like, this dude's he's in character right now. And so we had one guy that straight up wanted to bang JP. He told me he wanted to bang me too, but he knew I wouldn't let him. But like, he really wanted to bang JP because he thought he had a chance.
Was that the same cat that I was talking about?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, there's about 3 or 4 frequent listeners that are male and want to have sex with JP. There's One guy, I don't know his name, but he's a very loyal listener, very friendly guy. He's got like a shirtless picture and he's on a float in a pool in his picture, but like he wants him some JP bad. Like but like not where this other guy is all dirty and like wants to do these nasty things. Like this other dude is kind of sweet. Like he just straight wants to make love to JP.
Oh my god!
That's when you start pimping him out. Say, hey.
Oh, I think this guy wants to straight up date JP. Like I think JP, you know, I think he likes JP for the inner JP. But then you got the other guy who just I think wants to tie JP up, slather him in different liquids, and eat him off of him.
Well, I will do you the favor here of giving you 4 brand new subs. So you just got 4 brand new subs on your YouTube.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you.
Did that finally push you over? No, still not 5,000.
No. One day. Well, we've honestly, I mean, we're not going to take our channel down, but we've honestly thought about starting a new channel because we got up to where we are now pretty quick. I mean, that it within the first year we had a couple thousand, and it's just like once we hit that point of like, I think I could safely say every day we were getting new subscribers, and then it's like once we hit that wall, man, the subscribers just stopped.
Hello. Get back.
That is a badass podcasting chair. This is the chair I have. It sucks.
Gosh, dude, the Fear the Walking Dead stream is like 464 views.
From this past week?
Yeah, 4 days ago. But
Yeah.
here's Negan has 787.
Makes me so sad. That number would have been like 7,000 something like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Is the
And I mean-
falling from Walking Dead though?
Oh yeah, no, the fan base of The Walking Dead's gone. I mean, I know lots of people personally who don't watch it anymore. You never were a true fan.
Oh man, my parents, dude, it was an every Sunday thing. And now it's just like whatever. Now I'm just watching it by myself.
Same here, dude. I used to live 45 minutes away from here. So my parents, every Sunday night or every Sunday, I'd come down around lunchtime. We'd eat lunch. We'd hang out all day. We'd have dinner as a family. And then as a family, we would all sit down, all me and my 3 siblings. And, you know, we would watch The Walking Dead with my parents. And then we would watch The Talking Dead. And then I would either drive home or I'd stay there and go to work early. It was just like this tradition I loved. And then somewhere around season 7, it fell off. And I want it back.
I know. I just miss the family time.
Yeah, it's the same with me.
Family time or watching zombies eat people.
It's like my dad and I don't have much in common. So that was like the one thing we had in common was like, you know, we love The Walking Dead.
Well, by chance, did things kind of start changing for your channel, especially after they kind of did away with the Rick storyline?
No.
Because, I mean, the show did drastically change when you got rid of Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Moved forward, you know, and I know I'm not all the way caught up yet, but it did, and not necessarily for the worst, because I don't go into this whole woke beat, you know, bullshit like everybody else will blame that. But it, you know, that was the main character for a long time. So I'm looking at it just, you know, aspect that once we lost Carl, we lost Rick, you know, for the movies that we still haven't got. You know,
that's a good point.
A lot of characters that you like. I understand they try to make a point. Hey, no character's safe in this show.
Yeah.
But when you change them all, it's kind of like you're changing.
Oh, that's so rad.
Yep. Signed, my friend. Signed.
Yeah. When you change all the characters, it's like a totally different storyline then.
Well, I mean, it was Rick's story. I mean, they can say what they want. It was Rick Grimes' story on the show. I mean, it really was. And if not, it was, like we said, Carl remembering it. You know, like I always took it as, especially when they brought the daughter, you know, it would be
him explaining to Judith that this was their dad, da, 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 you know, and however, but when we were reading the comics way back in the day, man, we were always just like, to us back then, you know, maybe we were potheads, maybe not, but we always just assumed
no judgment.
This was Carl's, you know, telling the story of his dad. You know, that's just how we read it way back then. So when they killed him on the show, I was like, you got to be shitting me. Wait a minute. What? You know, then Rick flew away and I'm like, man, this is now. I never did read the last comic. A friend of ours that passed away, Brandon Moyes, he had read it and told me about it. And he said it was really good. He liked the way that the comic ended on its own.
Oh, absolutely. Other than Herschel Jr. Herschel, you know, Maggie and Glenn's son grows up to be a complete douchebag. That was the only grievance I had with it. Other than that and the fact that there was we didn't know it was the last issue until we got it and read it, but it was a great issue. Like the way they did it was fantastic. And the very last few pages, awesome. Launch a Molotov cocktail from a potato gun. Whoo! You're going to be in a world of hurt if you try that.
Achievement unlocked. Tactical tater.
Tactical tater.
Well, see, the problem I had with the whole Carl thing is I didn't get upset because it was like so many times Carl died. As soon as the series started, he got shot in the chest.
Yep.
And then he got his eye stabbed. No, he got shot in the eye.
Yeah, he was a bullet. Man, he was a target. He just kept getting shot.
He was a bullet sponge.
Yeah. So like the time he did die, I was like, is this one the real one, or is he gonna come back next episode? Said it was a dream.
Well, that's why Andrew Lincoln left the show.
Yep.
That's that was so he said they killed Lori. So as an actor, because I think I've read Andrew Lincoln's a pretty method actor. Like he really gets into character, and it's like he had said something to the effect of like, you know, Lori died, and you know, so that was like my motivation to play this character was like a guy trying to keep his son alive and becoming ruthless and doing whatever it took to ensure his son's safety. And then you took his son away, and as an actor, I just don't really have any to play that role anymore. Like, what's my motivation? And I think he said he regrets leaving, but you know.
Keep Judith alive. But I mean, that's just it. When the show changed, and this isn't like the old PC bullshit, but I mean, it did. It changed hard when you lost, you know, Rick, and then you still got the Carol Daryl people. You know, they're still wanting Carol and Daryl to get together. I can't believe I had to say that, but you do have the hardcore Daryl Carol fans, man, still to this day.
And yet I don't get it. Like Daryl's a good character, but the solo Daryl episodes are the most boring episodes in the end. I mean, this is not a spoiler, but be ready. One of the episodes in the bonus for this season, one entire episode is Carol trying to catch a mouse in her house. Like that's legit. And Daryl's working on a bike. Like that's the episode. It sucks, man.
Wow. Now, what if they made the very last episode? You see Rick wake up in the hospital from the coma, and none of that ever happened.
I'd be furious. So all of that meant Jack.
Yeah.
All of those relationships and interactions and things that happened, there's no weight to them now.
Like that, though?
I don't know. Robert Kirkman said he'd never watch the show. Show could, but Robert Kirkman said he would never do something that cliche in his comic. He hated that idea.
Tommy, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Good God.
There's our base. There is our base.
Seth, I sent you a picture. Oh, wow.
Okay.
in text. If you want to share it, you can.
Why wouldn't you just send it to my email?
Okay, I'll send it to your email.
Is it an encore to your singing performance?
No, I just seen it. Torque, horsepower, 532. 532 horsepower. All right, cool.
What was you saying, Rob?
The heck's that noise?
All right. Here's our bass line cave. Pulley system. He'll maintain the actual JLT intake with the throttle body. It will be a heat exchanger on the inside front of the car. Fuel pumps, 2 of them. Secondary drive upgrade for delivery, injectors, and then we'll go from there. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, that bitch is stout. That thing's strong. I mean, it just flatlines. Let's look at this again. I'm flipping around. Let you guys realize it's not always about horsepower. It's where the torque comes in and how long that torque carries. That's real important. So we're at 3,000. I'm gonna come up. There's your torque. It comes up and it just carries. Flatline.
But it drops off.
And that's why you boost shit. See ya. Stay tuned.
That doesn't make any sense.
Most redneck don't, man.
That torque line carry. Oh, wait, I need to hang on. I'm gonna freeze frame that thing. Watch it again, because that didn't make no sense to me.
That don't make no sense. Do y'all like the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Wait, you just made some weird, funky noise.
Oh, I was scratching my nose. Is Mike picking it up?
Oh, okay. He done arguing an OFT.
He didn't. I gave that movie to a guy at work. He took it home and came back and said it was legit the worst movie he'd ever seen in his life. I was like, you have not seen many movies. 2, I don't trust your taste anymore.
But I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand it. But I thought the torque line was supposed to go up, and it drops down, peters off. I mean, it's up strong in the beginning. So I also don't want this dude showing up at my house for showing his car stuff on my podcast, because he knows where I live.
The guy in the video knows where you live?
Yeah, and he got guns, lots of guns. Facebook.
I'll go gun for gun with him.
Well, you probably could. Until he's standing in front of you all like 6'3", like.
That's why I have the guns.
Huge.
Hey, I have a 6'8", 200-something pound friend. Well, I'll match him height for height. Not my height, but you know. I raise you literally 6'8".
That's when you just hand him a rack of Tommy's ribs.
No, I want ribs.
Tommy loves to eat ribs when we're doing streams. And he's like, I can't come on camera because I got saucy fingers.
Hey, I can't send that to your email. It won't let me.
Why?
I don't know.
Reply to the email with the picture, you goobus.
Huh?
Reply to the email with that picture.
I did, and it won't go through. And I tried to send that. I tried to send it from my phone to your email, and then I was like, "Well, that ain't working." So I sent it to the computer, and then to your email, and it won't work.
My oh my! I have to use.
Are you spelling my email right?
Yes.
Which email?
I just type in Seth Scott, and it comes up your email.
Thanks for doxing me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
You just dead named him.
Right, for real. It's bad enough when they do it on the other podcast, but this one's like, okay, whatever.
Interesting fact.
All right, well, what email are you using? Reply back for the show email.
Okay, I'll try that one.
He legally had his name changed to the Appalachian American.
Yes.
So Seth Scott is it's his old name. It's a dead name.
What are you talking about? He killed the original Seth Scott and took his place.
What does he say? The last man who crossed. What is he? What did Creed say? The last man who something me in his name was Creed Bratton.
Yo, I got this picture. Tommy showed up on my Facebook.
Let's see it.
This is crazy. Tommy, where'd you get these from?
Yeah. So full of it.
Man, you're like Zuckerberg white.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
It's sad to
Tommy,
see
do
the
you know
mugs.
how to? Do you know how to do? Do you know how to do the computer?
Yeah, it's just not even letting me put it as an overlay.
You have to add it as
Do
an
you know how to do the computer?
Do you know how to do the computer? Yeah. It says press any key, but I can't find the any key button.
I ain't going to them internets.
That damn interwebs.
I don't want the Illuminati watching my porn list.
Why am I going to put my banking information online so China can steal it?
I don't watch incest porn because I likes it. I just like the thrill of something wrong. Oh man, yeah. You need. I think everybody needs a friend who will, if you die, will go delete your internet search history for you before like your family. Because I had a friend who passed away, and like his dad ended up with his phone, and they ended up burying him with his phone. But like his dad had his phone, and his dad's a real Christian, like conservative guy. And I was like, I hope to God he did not scroll through that phone. I know he did. He had to. If you're, your son's passed away, it's a terrible time, and that's all you've got to really remember him by. Of course, you probably did. And I'm just like, oh, there's so many things in there that I know you don't want to see. If only, like I said, I'm gonna find somebody like, just go delete my history.
Isn't there like a group of people that'll do that? Like you pay for the service and they like intercept. They come get you and like take care of your stuff.
Maybe. And I got a lot of those. Since I became a dad, my internet search history has become a lot less juicy.
A lot less juicy.
It's like, oh God, the other day he looked up Emilia Clarke nude Game of Thrones.
Again.
That's so much tamer than what it could be.
Mm-hmm. He looked it up again and again and again and again.
Dude, Emilia Clarke is so gorgeous. And it ain't even just like, I just think I think Emilia Clarke's awesome. She's actually really funny. I think I'm going to ask her out on a date. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Local podcaster arrested for stalking.
I was thinking sprayed in the face with mace after touching a boob. I was going to give you the credit of a boob touch.
Hey, I'm all about consent. So I would not touch the Queen of Dragons' breasts without her express permission. Now,
okay, but your hand could accidentally graze her tush.
But if she granted me permission and was not happy in the way that I grabbed them, then she might would.
Oh, by the way, Seth, something I forgot to mention, and I had a picture somewhere, but I think it's on my phone. It's our favorite person's birthday today.
Ryan's birthday?
Gina Carano.
Oh.
So happy birthday to the Gina Carano.
I wonder what kind of movie she's going to make with Ben Shapiro.
I don't know what kind of movie she can make with any of us beating the shit out of us. I'd be all right with it. Like, yep, bring it.
Dude, she's awesome. She's a beast.
All right.
And she's like MMA. It's accomplished MMA. She's in incredible shape.
Finally,
it's done. Right. It's almost done.
That's what you're working on, Tommy?
Yeah, me, my dad, and my brother.
Man, that's a beast.
That's going to be on, that's what we're going against with Street Outlaws.
Y'all going to be on the show?
Huh? Yeah, we're going to actually be on the show. It was posted, the car was supposed to be done a year ago, but the guy didn't weld because we have to get it certified. So we had to take the roll cage to someone to weld instead of us welding it. And it had to be NHRA certified. And when we got it back, all the welds wasn't complete. Like, it's got to be completely welded around, and they wasn't. So we took it to someone else, and now they finally finished it so we could do the body work and everything like that. The motor came from Canada.
What? Not Detroit City?
The stripe is
Detroit,
actually
Rock
black.
City.
The stripe though that's going alongside it's actually black. That's the light glaring off of it.
I really wish your dad didn't have painted it red.
I wanted it black.
Yeah.
Everybody does a black Mustang.
But I mean, you call it the Punisher, so like
Oh,
that's the problem.
It's the blood from all the victims, mate.
You can see how fat the back tire is.
If it's fast, you could just call it the Flash.
Yeah, I would paint the stripes in on it gold.
No,
Just
they're
call it
actually
Flash.
black. But
I'm saying I would paint them gold and call it the Flash.
okay. But if you ever hear of the Mean 16, it's the 16 fastest cars in Virginia. That's one of them.
Has it even raced yet?
It's been on the dyno.
So how can it be one of the 16 fastest and not even raced?
What they go by dyno, not drag strip.
Oh my gosh, what a bunch of weenies.
Well, you know.
Speaking of weenie.
That's right. That's more wiener than I have.
But I can't wait to see what they'll actually do on the track. You're an asshole, Seth. Like, you're the whole asshole, not just the center.
You're
the colon, the rectum. You even got a little intestine.
You're part of the taint.
Oh, he moved you to the taint. The area that just doesn't know what it is.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he loves it. It's gonna be out on social media.
Tommy, I think if you wore that, your channel views would just go through the roof. I think you should podcast from here on out wearing a jean short thong.
He loves
every
some
podcast.
jean shorts.
Problem is, you know what's going to happen if he does that? He's going to end up not on the show because he's going to get tied down, and somebody's going to end up raping him. He's going to end up with like Father of Nine over there, you know.
Oh, I was gonna say somebody go put a ring on it. Our boy from our podcast is going to show up and be like, "Damn, if you had to bang some dudes from The Walking Dead, who would it be? Please say me."
But I'm in love with you, Tommy Gunn. I've seen all your movies.
Are you the Tommy Gunn?
Yeah.
This is me watching your movie the other day. I don't know. I feel like Morgan Wallen fans will go bananas for you.
But no, I'll tell y'all when we actually go racing. Seth's actually gonna probably be able to go to the pit crew part. Don't keep showing that damn picture.
Where are you gonna race at? It's like Fight Club. Like you know you saw it, but you don't know.
You can't unsee what you have already seen.
Like somewhere a little girl's crying. Mommy.
Yeah, it's probably poor Tommy's wife. So how dare you?
How dare you
Motor
show my
Mile
man?
Is what we're wanting.
If it's in your area, I'll come up and watch you race.
Oh yeah. Natural Bridge kind of sucks.
It'll probably be Sheeler Motor Mile because that's the better drag strip around.
That's true.
I'll see if I can get JP to come. We'll all meet up and I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna drink a lot of beer and watch you race. You know,
that'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna be any use in the pit, but I will drink a lot of beer and passionately cheer for you.
If you come, we'll get you into the pit.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, can I drink beer down there?
Yes. Yeah. You'll be like the pit beer
chief.
drinker.
Yes. I'll be the pit chief. Like, what would a pit chief do in a drag strip? It's like the light turns green. Go.
Hit the gas and quit being a weenie.
Stop. Like that's all I can do. But yeah, I'll totally come down there with a cooler and cooler full of beer. Y'all just tell me what kind of beer you drink.
Speaking of cooler, me and Tommy found this idea that we might want to try to build. It's a little cooler go-kart.
A cooler go-kart.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to pull up a picture of something that looks similar, if I can find it. Oh yeah.
Hey Seth, how many horses did the Flames give your lawnmower?
I don't know yet. I haven't really played around with it too much.
Ah, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, how cool would this be just to cruise around?
It's like that's a dangerous combination because the more beer you drink, the lighter that cooler gets, which means the faster the cart's gonna go. So like the drunker you get, the faster your ride gets. That's a terrible combination.
Except, see, I would put in the cooler like a mini keg, and then you'd have, so that would be your NOS button. But when you pushed it, the beer came out in your mouth.
My buddy works at it's a scrapyard, but it's, but he told us we're got this new plan. It's genius. Every time we get together and drink, which is like every weekend or two, we're gonna all save the cans, and at the end of the year, he's gonna buy us a keg with the money he gets from the scrapped cans.
Nice.
Now, hey,
cool.
Seth, when you get a chance, I put something in private chat you can share.
Oh, that's a totally different color thong. For those listening that can't see the chat.
That's right. Who knew you'd look so good in hot pink?
Right? I would have never picked it for you, but now that I've seen it, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I bought one of them kits for my boy. Mine was only 100, but I heard they go up to 35 miles an hour.
Oh, I've always thought getting a motorized bicycle would be so cool. Build one for me, Tommy.
Well, that one there, like, you get everything for it. And you can put it together in an hour if you really know what you're doing. And it comes with everything there.
Like the way that guy's mouth started moving, I thought that was Tommy. I was like, wait a minute. I've met you in person. When is this?
You can tell by the extreme amounts of fuel all over the ground. That's the way you always want to start when you have things that you're not sure if they're going to run right. Lots of flammable shit right next to the exhaust. So, yeah, we'll just go and start this. I'm kind of nervous.
And they never saw him again.
Yeah, he's got to wear a full-face helmet for a bicycle.
I don't even know what that sounds like. It doesn't sound like a dirt bike. It doesn't. Like a weed eater on steroids.
I had an old two-stroke dirt bike. It kind of sounded like that.
Yeah, I used to have an old two-stroke Yamaha. Oh yeah, that definitely has a dirt bike sound. Oh, that definitely sounds like a two-stroke dirt bike.
Yeah, Aiden's is different. I don't got the push button. He's got the throttle.
Definitely need to adjust that idle. Here's where we can set that idle. Just back that out a little bit. Want to make sure it doesn't jump out all the window, but
then it goes the wrong way, and he gets on there and he starts going, and it just goes like wheelie mode.
I don't know who this guy is, but I want to be his friend.
Go do some speed.
He's got the need for speed.
Mm-hmm. Why does he got a battery on there though?
Because he's got like a whole charging system on it. There's lights and everything.
Oh.
You got to pedal it to get it to start.
Yep. That sounds horrible.
Well, it sounds worse too, though, because of the camera. When he gets a little closer, it doesn't sound quite as bad. Like that straight up sounds like a dirt bike. That sounds like an old Honda CR.
This is Note to self. Yeah, pipe solder doesn't pull on the exhaust. If you saw that other video titled Exhaust Issues, where I filled that with solder, yeah, don't do it. So I'm going to have to fix that. But we'll go do some more test runs. Okay, so we were just doing some video, and we noticed that the tack didn't work on the test runs. It was just kind of bobbing a little bit there. So we're probably going to need to find a better signal input for that, or switch out to maybe a digital tack. And then also we have some rough running on the top end. And I think this is because the spark plug gap is not ideal. So we're going to go ahead and swap that out quick, and then just re-gap the plug a little bit tighter. So we got, you got a 74cc mini bike?
That guy gets laid.
For the last 6 months.
Dude, you got the dad jeans.
That dude
I was
gets
so
laid.
happy when you did that,
He's talking about the tack didn't work. It's like, well, pedal harder. That'd be the best thing to get away from the cops with. Like, the cops like try to pull you over, and they're like, he's on a bike, we got him, and all of a sudden that 2-stroke kicks in, and you just out of there.
He needs a better cameraman.
That's decently quick.
Why did he sound out of breath? The bike did all the work.
And this is why you need multiple cameras.
I bet those neighbors love them.
He lost to a mini bike.
So the consensus, just buy a mini bike. Unless you like torturing yourself. It does look cooler, and it's easier to pop wheelies. It's
No,
bigger.
it doesn't look cooler.
Bigger's better, right? No. Yeah. Well, depending. Try to turn this around. Yeah. That's it for today's video.
He gets laid.
He gets it all the time.
He gets it
Oh my
almost
gosh.
every night.
So I have an extra chainsaw, and I'm thinking about making a chainsaw mini bike.
Before you do that, could you bring that down here? I've got a tree down in my yard, and we got halfway through it, and it broke the blade and messed up the chainsaw. So could you just bring it down here and finish cutting this tree up before you did that?
That's fine. You can get out of that semi truck. So I'm gonna load up the chainsaw bike into my car. Sometime, normally when I shoot.
Ride the chainsaw bike, you idiot.
I used to have a moped with electric start. Like you push the keychain and it starts for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. We used to have, we had a friend that would.
It sounds like the dirt bikes on GTA.
Yeah.
Yes.
So of course my memory card is full on the Canon again, but
oh, it's this guy again.
Quick, like I could not experience the power enough
No,
the last time we rode, but this time like
non-sexual
it's kind of scary
fella.
quick how small it is. I don't know.
This isn't the same guy?
The tires want to give out when I'm really.
This guy definitely gets laid. He's like the other guy with better
I
hair.
don't even think I fully had it opened up yet, but I'm gonna keep trying to film on the GoPro here. That'll be a lot easier to get way more shots too. So let's keep riding. Plane taking off. Hopefully you guys can see it.
How is that relevant to what's happening? This kid gets so distracted so easy. It's like, all right, so here we go. There's a dog taking a shit over there. Hopefully you guys can see that.
This thing just stops on a dime too. That's awesome.
It's called brakes.
It doesn't stop at all. Yeah, 0 brakes. I'm loving that about this. Like, I thought right there I was going to skid, but no skidding. Let me try and take you guys along for a ride.
We talking about his
I
draw.
wanted to jump
So
the
the
snowball.
so happy, no skidding today. This is a weird view, man.
Like, this dude's gonna get rushed to the hospital because there's a mini bike stuck up his ass.
Well, like, what a view, right? Like, I want to see a guy ride a mini bike.
So I
So
don't know
instead
if
of
you guys
watching
can
it,
tell,
I just
but
want to see
there's
his
some kind of,
thigh.
like, clicking sound in the front of the bike. I'm kind of sketched out holding it with one hand because I don't want to go over the handlebars if something gets caught in my wheel. So let's try and see what's going on with that. So I don't really see anything caught in the front wheel here. I'm not really sure what that clicking sound is. It could be the body rattling, but like I said, this
It
is
could
my
be the
second time
frame
riding this
about to
bike.
fall
I'm not
off.
sure what little quirks or sounds it makes. It could just be a regular thing. But I'm going to attach the GoPro to my helmet up here so you guys can really try and experience how fast it is.
I would love
Unfortunately,
to
I don't
ride
have
a
a
pocket
miles
bike.
per hour gauge with me of how quick
I should be going flying over the handlebars.
to open it up while it's on my helmet rather than holding this stick here.
Here's a jet. Hopefully, you guys can see that.
That thing was sweet, dude. I've never actually seen a fighter jet take off here. I think that was pretty close to a fighter jet, but that was cool. Man, I would have loved to get that thing on the Canon. Hopefully the GoPro picked it up, though, because I just want to look back on that footage. That thing was sounding so cool.
He's rocking the Trump hair.
Dude, he's homeschooled. He's homeschooled AF.
And in love with the teacher.
Oh yeah, man, this dude's got a good. He's got a good head of hair. He's got a sweet bike. He pays attention to detail and notices everything happening around him. Oh yeah, he's getting laid.
He's going places.
Literally, like right now as we speak, he's going somewhere. Do a Willie.
Do something cool.
Like, this isn't even a good view.
No.
Like, look up. Let me see what you're seeing.
How many views is that?
The wind is completely going in my face. My hair's probably
133.
super messed up right now, but I'm gonna try and get some more shots. This thing is quick, though. I must say, I am impressed. I don't promote this at home, but I'm gonna set down my helmet and kind of use it as a tripod and try and get some passes of me flying by the GoPro.
I don't promote this at home.
I couldn't ride that.
Why?
My legs wouldn't go on the peg.
It looks like a movie trailer.
Dude, that would be so awesome. Fun.
Hell yeah. You guys poor Brian doing it though? Legs, clown cars, man. No.
Yeah, Brian's super tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be hilarious.
How tall are you, Brian?
Oh, Jim, I am 6'9".
Get out. No kidding. You're 6'9".
No, I'm 6'5".
6'5".
Oh, that's still tall as hell. I was about to say, I have a 6'8" friend. If you're 6'9", that would be incredible. It'd be the first person I've ever known to be taller than him. You still got time. Grow a few more inches so I can tell him that.
I used to know a guy that was 6'9".
Why do I feel like there's a sex joke hidden in there somewhere?
No. He died.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Oh, man.
Well, fellas, I have thoroughly enjoyed it, but I'm fighting. I just getting up every morning as early as I do. It gets you, and I've been fighting vertigo all week. Have y'all ever had vertigo?
No.
Dude,
But we'll wind it down so we can end this.
It sucks, man. It's where you're off balance. You basically imagine what it feels like to feel car sick, and you feel that way like all day and all night.
That sucks.
It does. Thank goodness it kind of went away. Today's the first day it hadn't really been bad. So,
But, well, I can't do coffee and gaming in the morning, so that kind of sucks too.
why not?
Little man has a checkup tomorrow morning. Apparently, they do certain baby doctor appointments at all the time. Apparently, I don't know. I was like, I've never heard of a doctor's office being open on a Saturday, but whatever.
No kidding. My girlfriend works for a pediatrics office, and I think they used to be open on Saturdays, but they're not anymore.
So it's only for newborn stuff. So whatever.
It's always the worst when they have to prick their finger and get blood, and you're like, "Quit making my child cry."
Right, dude. It made me upset when Lucy, Lucy's my first, so everything that she had to go through, really just tweaked my nerves, and I conceal carry. So when she stabbed the needle in, I was really just tempted to be like, "All right, see you, bye, pow pow."
Well, you making my child bleed? I'm making you bleed.
Yeah.
Oh, you should hear it even now when my girlfriend has to do the little bubble thing where they suck snot out the baby's nose. Even if she does that now, my girl screams in a way that I'm like, Caitlin, I know that what you're doing is you're supposed to be doing, but everything in my instincts is telling me to destroy you right now. You're making my child scream bloody murder.
Have you seen the little suckers that you put the thing in your mouth and it's like a hose, it goes down to the bulb, and you suck and it pulls it up.
So you're the sucker. Good to know.
That won't get in your mouth, will it?
No, but that was my biggest thing for the longest time. I was like, dude, I'm not using that. And my wife was like, dude, just use it. It's so much better. It's she doesn't freak out and scream. It works. And I was like, dude, I'm going to get a booger in my mouth. I know it.
I would throw up. Just thinking of that happening right now is
it would be the worst. So, but yeah, it does work and it doesn't get boogers in your mouth.
All right. Well, at that, should we end the show with that?
Yep.
Yeah. After the boogers, we have to end. That's it.
No boogers. Hey, don't get any boogers. That's gross.
Don't eat any boogers that don't belong to you. That's the takeaway from tonight's podcast.
The
only boogers in your mouth should be yours.
Yes.
The only boogers.
Ever.
No, I don't want no boogers in my mouth. I don't want my own boogers in the mouth.
I mean, look.
Right.
Love don't judge.
Sometimes it's just
we're not here to kink shame unless kink shaming is your kink.
Kink
shame. You should have flashed Tommy's picture.
Huh?
I said you still should have flashed Tommy's picture. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
There it is.